And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to the City of Champions, Massillon, Ohio, and the 2025 season opener between the Tigers and the visiting Glenville Tarblooders. A pleasure to welcome you to our initial broadcast of the season. David Wilson, along with the College Football Hall of Famer, my partner and friend Jim Ballard, and Dave Goff, who runs the press box, sliding right here behind us on cue. Great to be back with you, partner. We've got another season to look forward to.
The second installment, my friend. We're off and running already, and man, it's been a heck of an off season. And you know, you talk about a perfect night for a football game. Not too hot. Usually it's a lot hotter. Worried about kids cramping up, but there's a nice little breeze. Temperatures drop down. Big crowd on hand, and we are going to see some dudes tonight, to say the least.
You know, it's probably, Jim, one of, if not the top matchup, at least in the northeastern part of the state, maybe among the top 5 matchups in all of Ohio tonight. But a couple of 11-win teams a year ago, and kind of maybe to set up a dynamic for fans to think about during the game, Massillon won 11 games with a very veteran-led team and lost a lot of their production to graduation, while Glenville made it all the way to the state semifinals, lost to Perkins in a tight ball game, but they did it with mostly underclassmen who are back.
Yeah, you have to give the advantage to Glenville right now because of the experience that they have. You know, Massillon has had to replace a 4-year starter, Slaughter, a quarterback. Manny Patterson's going to make his first start tonight. If you're Massillon, you think about 2024. It's a sour taste in your mouth. They ended up getting beat. They had 27 penalties, which didn't sit well. And if you ask Coach Ginn, about that team last year, he thought they should have won. So, they're a little bit angry. It's going to be a great ball game. It's exciting. There's going to be a lot of great players. 2 Ohio State commits, just on the Glenville side, and a lot of new faces in Massillon that you're going to see some of these kids that, you're going to start seeing offers come because they're just waiting to have the opportunity, and this is the year that they're going to do it with the loss to all the kids from graduation from last year's team.
We'll talk about a lot of players as we go along on the Tigers, of course, Jim, but one guy that I'm just really focusing on, and that's Jaden Williams, the captain of the defense.
He is a tackling machine. Got a lot bigger, got in the weight room, 6'2", 210, going to Indiana, which had a heck of a season last year. And he's their quarterback on defense. He was beat up quite a bit at the end of last year. Didn't play in a lot of the ball games. He's healthy, got himself bigger, stronger, and faster. And he's going to have to anchor it down because this Glenville team has a ton of athletes all over the field offensively.
New coordinators for the Tigers. Of course, Nate Moore is entering his 11th season as the head coach. You have Evan Barbari now running the offense. Jeff Kent, the defense. Do you anticipate any changes in terms of just the style or overall way the units are going to be run?
Well, defensively, last year under Spencer Lino, who left in the offseason for Perry. Congratulations to Coach Lino. He got his first win last night as a head coach as Perry beat Canton Central Catholic. But what Spencer did was he ran a 3-4, and he had big Mike Wright that was anchoring down the nose guard position, and in comes Jeff Kent, who's going to a 4-man front, so you're going to see a 4-3 as opposed to a 3-4. They're still going to be very physical up front. They like to control the line of scrimmage. Coach Lino did a great job of mixing up blitzes. He loved to bring the blitz with the corner from the short edge, on the hashes. And Coach Kent is going to do the same. He's going to stay aggressive because defensively you've got Jaden Williams and you've got some guys on the back end that are athletic enough to cover down. So they're going to have to control the line of scrimmage to be able to do that.
Week 1 is always, kind of a mixed bag. You're trying to get your feet under you, get everybody familiar with their roles. But boy, you start with a team like Glenville. You don't have a whole lot of margin for error to get things together.
No, you do not. And it's as I said earlier, it's the first start for Manny Patterson. 5'10", 150-pound junior. We saw him some in the playoffs last year and some of the end of the playoff games. I had a chance to see him against Moeller. He did a really good job of extending plays, keeping his eyes down the field. He's got some big-time wideouts in Giorgio Jackson, junior, 6'4", 185. Deontay Malone is back. We talked about him last year as a sophomore. So he's going to hang their head on them a little bit, but it's going to start at the line of scrimmage, and Manny Patterson has to do a good job in his first start of not trying to do too much too fast.
A lot of new offensive linemen. We'll be going over all of that. You see the Tigers taking the field here on what is just a beautiful evening here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. We are glad to be with you through the production of WHS-TV and our great crew headed up by Bill DeWald and Jason Rock. And we're just a few short moments away from the start of a brand new season of Tigers football, an unprecedented 9 home games coming up. The only road game will be week 10, and that is over at McKinley for the big game against the Bulldogs at the Hall of Fame Stadium. But a lot of action coming up right here at home this year, Jim. You see the Massillon Tigers swing band on the field. We're just moments away from the national anthem as the Tarblooders come onto the scene. But a great opportunity here with some big-time teams coming in. But 9 straight home games, that's very unique.
Only in Massillon, my friend.
Yeah.
Only in Massillon. And, you know, a lot of these schools are coming in from out of town or out of state once again. You got a team from Texas coming in. You got the team from Canada. But they do play some local teams. Glenville's going to come over here next week, and Warren Harding will be on hand as well. But to have 9 home games in a row is quite an advantage.
All right, let's listen in for our Star Spangled Banner on opening night. Of our Star Spangled Banner by the Massillon Tigers swing band. The Glenville Tarblooders won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the Tigers will have the football to start the first quarter. We'll have all of the action for you. First, we'll pause for this brief timeout. You're watching Tigers football on WHS-TV.
If you dare to be a pizza pro, the new Stone-Baked Pizza Mode from Frigidaire is all you. Second to none for restaurant quality, it's dough to done in 2 minutes. And in the oven that dares to have the most range, it's just one of 15+ cooking modes. When you dare to bring more flavor to the table, dare to expect more from your oven. Frigidaire.
Experience the difference of family-owned business, Home Appliance Company, where great value meets exceptional service.
Well, we are ready for football. The Tigers offensive unit will be on the field first. We do have the officials for tonight's game assigned by the OHSAA. Mike Dame will be our referee. He'll be on the penalty calls. Rocky Neal is the umpire. Andy Okulovich is the center judge. Our line judge is Bill Pelkin. The head linesman this evening is Tim Maddox. And the back judge is Josh Jameson. So we appreciate the efforts of those gentlemen who'll be making the impartial calls in tonight's season opener. Massillon 11-3. A year ago, they lost to Big Walnut in the regional final 14-7. The Tarblooders 11-4 lost to Sandusky Perkins 13-11 in the state semifinal. Kicker is Demetrius Bryant. See Trayon Williams back deep for Massillon. Ball is teed up on the 40. And we are underway in a brand new season. This will be Williams at the 12. Angles to the outside and gets run out of bounds at about the 31 or 32 yard line. A nice return of about 20 yards, and away we go, Jim Ballard. And Massillon Tigers football, the season is underway.
Anxious to see how the new offensive coordinator comes out with Manny Patterson. As we said, first start on the night, or in his career. See if they get aggressive or just kind of try to pound the rock a little bit. If it's me, I'm going to try to get him a layup, maybe a bubble screen to the outside, a hitch, just to get him, take some of that pressure off.
Xavier Owens will be in the backfield as the featured back for Manny Patterson. He did see limited action last year, 4 of 9, 62 yards, a touchdown, and an INT. They'll go to Xavier Owens over the right tackle. A couple of yards on the gain. Xavier, 5'11", a junior, 32 carries, 126 yards, and a touchdown 1 year ago. Of course, the Tigers graduating, the great Jameer Gamble.
Also, Mylan Lennox out of the backfield did a heck of a job.
Formed a great 1-2 punch.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Number 6. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That was Deontay Malone, who got a little anxious on the outside. Matched up one-on-one with cornerback Jordan Johnson.
It's frustrating if you're a coach to see your wide receiver jump off sides because, number one, you're at home, and number two, all you got to do is turn your head inside to see when the ball's snapped.
Second down and 13 from the 27. Tigers football against the Glenville Tarblooders. This is the 5th all-time meeting, and Owens moving right up the middle. Great opening by Jacob Martin and Kevin Elliott with the offensive line.
Sincere Johnson, number 8, number 3, personnel junior.
And about 9 on that play. 3rd down and 4, a manageable 3rd down for the Tigers.
Massillon electing to keep the ball on the ground and keeping it simple. Trying to establish the run game early, the line of scrimmage. Glenville's going to stack the box, 8 guys up, expecting run.
Patterson glances over to the sideline for the play call. The clock is down at 4 right now. Now at 2.
Timeout.
And a timeout taken by the Tigers.
Their first of the half.
So the Tigers elect for the timeout with the play clock expiring, so they make sure they don't get the 5-yard penalty. 3rd down and 4 from the 36-yard line. While they take a break, we will take one as well. We're off and running in Massillon Tigers football. More to come after this timeout.
Most of us are engaged with the internet in one way or another every day. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, engaged. MCTV cares about keeping you engaged, no matter what's thrown your way. Need an upgrade? Choose from a range of reliable options, including whole home Wi-Fi. MCTV. We go the extra smile.
Tigers were 38% on 3rd down a year ago. Facing a 3rd and 4 here in a scoreless game, first quarter. They snap it back to Patterson, hands to Owens, and they bust through the line and knock Xavier Owens down for a loss. Very nicely done by Kaylon Bailey of Glenville. He forces a 4th down. Loss of 2 on the play.
So much team speed on Glenville's defense. Best way to attack a defense like that is to try to go north and south. Massillon did a pretty good job of that, but it was number 7, Bailey, coming up big on 3rd down to force Massillon to punt the football.
Rasmus Haynes is the punter, the 6'4" sophomore and backup quarterback. Line of scrimmage is the 34. There goes the punt. And it is taken at the 32 on a fair catch. Hauled in by London Hearn, who asked for the fair catch. So from the 34 to the 32, a 34-yard kick, no return. And here come the Tarblooders. They'll be led by their quarterback, Arvell Nelson Jr. If fans have been following Glenville football over the years, his father was a quarterback for the Tarblooders back in the early part of the century, 02 to 06, and eventually went on to play at the University of Iowa, among other schools.
Started too. He's a good player.
Spent a lot of time in arena football following his college career. So Arvell Nelson Jr. goes to Romel Phillips, and he is tripped up on a nice ankle tackle by Trayon Williams. 46 tackles a year ago. He notches #1 right there on a very nice athletic ankle tackle, Jim.
Tried to bounce it outside. Trayon did a good job of keeping outside leverage, one-on-one tackle, tough to do in space, and Trayon brought him straight to the ground. Nice play.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Tarblooders. Romel Phillips, 5'9", a senior running back. He'll get most of the carries, including this one. Right up the middle he goes, and drags a couple of Tigers with him. It's going to be 1 yard short of the first down. They'll be looking at 3rd and 1 at the 41-yard line. As far as offensive linemen go for Glenville, Jim, they have Marquise Whipple and Jameer J.J. Perez, both on the offensive line, both Ohio State commits. So they have some talent and some bulk up front. High snap to Nelson. Phillips gets the handoff. Ends up getting tackled by Davon Williams, but he gets the first down. They move the sticks. Glenville on their first drive. We have no score in the first quarter on opening night.
First 6 plays of the ball game have been on the ground. I'm sensing a trend here until establish the line of scrimmage a little bit, start getting those safeties to start cheating down a little bit, and that's when Arvell, as long as he is, can extend that ball for a nice play action pass.
Deontay Rembert is the center. That's Phillips trying to run over the left tackle, and the Tigers block that play nicely. Give him forward progress. I think he got 1 out of that. 2nd down and 9 for Glenville.
Good play by the OB linebacker, number 87, Isaac Maxheimer, 6'1", 210-pound junior. Playing that position that Mylan Lennox dominated last year with that OB linebacker, as we said. Jaden Williams, the quarterback of that defense. They also lost McConnell, who went to Miami of Ohio, and Hackenbrack on the back end. He's playing for Jason Candle up at Toledo.
2nd down and 9 for the Tarblooders. Rolling right, Nelson dumps a pass, caught 45, midfield, spinning, and into Massillon territory at about the 48-yard line. That was complete to London Hearn. His first catch, first completion of the night for Arvell Nelson. Let's see it again right there, Jim. Our replays this season brought to you by MCTV.
Good play by number 12, London Hearn. Massillon just kind of threw him forward, which is kind of an arrow route off the play action. It's going to set up a 3rd and really short.
8-yard pickup, so it's 3rd and 1. Football on the Massillon 48. The give is to number 31. That's Davon McDougal. So McDougal gets him the first down, running straight ahead at that Massillon defensive front of Joe Carter, Lacardis Murray, and Logan Allman. Murray, the 6'2 senior. Jim weighing in at 4'10", number 79.
We were talking about it earlier. If you want to go old school movie, the guy looks like our boy Finch from back in the day with Wildcats and Goldie Hawn, but he's trying to replace Mike Wright, who was a 2-time All-State player up at Youngstown State now.
There's Phillips from the 44 on the handoff. Hits the line of scrimmage, gets brought down very quickly by the Tigers. That's Jaden Williams, who makes his first tackle of the year. Jaden Williams, the senior, has a number of Division I offers, 81 tackles in just 10 games last year, 5.5 sacks. Pickup of about 3, so they're looking at 2nd and 7. Scoreless game, first quarter. 5:27 to go. Clock is running. Incredible crowd here on opening night. Nelson to Phillips. Flag comes out. First contact for the Tigers was Arcel Hill.
Number 41, Arcel Hill, there make the tackle. Assisted by number 79.
To about the 35.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10 yards from the previous spot. Second down.
All right, so they got Whipple on the hold, so that play's coming back.
Set Glenville behind the chains a little bit, got him off script. It's going to be second and long.
Yes. Go back to Glenville territory at the 49. So that's a 10-yard walk-off. A big break for the Tigers. Nelson, it's a new play. He jogs back in from the sideline. Ted Ginn, senior, in his 28th year as the head coach of the Tarblooders. 2 state championships in the last 3 years.
Timeout. Glenville. Their first of the half.
Glenville did not like what they saw. Maybe didn't have the right personnel group. They take a timeout. We will as well. First quarter action ongoing. 4:51 to go. No score. More to come from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium after this.
People keep coming back to Joey's Kendall Tavern again and again. They say it's Massillon's oldest gathering place. Come find out why. The food is always great. Tavern classics, expertly prepared, generous servings, daily lunch and dinner specials, always delicious. The atmosphere is warm and inviting. A comfortable place to relax with family and friends. The friendly staff makes you feel at home whether it's your first visit or you've been coming for years. Visit Joey's Kendall Tavern today, Massillon's oldest gathering place. You'll be back soon.
Beautiful 79-degree night here in Massillon. Coming up after the game tonight, Jim and I'll select our player of the game. It's brought to you by Liberty Ford in Canton, home of Liberty for Life. Liberty makes it happen. That's coming up after the game. No score so far, Jim. And a lot of running back action. Sure is.
Trying to establish the line of scrimmage by both teams. We thought that's the way it would go. It's going to be a defensive struggle, especially for Massillon. You know, with a first year starting quarterback in Manny Patterson, big stage, experienced defense.
Second down and long. Nelson backing up, throws a little screen pass. It was almost intercepted. Some pushing and shoving. We'll see it again right here, Jim.
It's Isaac Maxheimer once again smelling screen. The back kind of flared out. Nelson just kind of looked to his right and just turned and threw it. He never really saw the Maxheimer kind of float back into the back. Good play by Massillon.
Running back Davon McDougal was the intended target. 4:47 to go. Clock stops with the incomplete pass. Long third down. Third down, 17. You need to get to the 34 for a first down. Crowd gets loud on third down. Nelson chased out of the pocket. He will flip it. Pass was caught. It's good for a first down. Receiver run out of bounds downfield. Last second find. Their top receiver, Joe Saffold, transfer out of St. Ed's. My question is that play developed, Jim, was he behind the line of scrimmage?
Looked to me like he was, but the thing that was impressive about Nelson was his ability to push and climb in the pocket, extend the play. Yeah. Doing a great job keeping his eyes down the field. The one thing you need to know on every single pass play, Dave, is where's my check down and where's my throwaway, and Nelson was able to find it.
22-yard pickup for a first down. So they keep it on the ground. I believe that was McDougal. Hits it to about the 24.
It's a backbreaker if you're Massillon. 3rd and 17. You expect your defense to get off the field, but Arvell Nelson's ability to shake free and extend the play. Really good athlete. You can see why he's got so many offers.
Dual threat QB. And so plays basketball. Second down and 6 after a 4-yard pickup. Back to Romel Phillips. And he is a hard runner. Gets to the 20-yard line. That's short of the first down. It'll be third down, about a yard and a half. Phillips a little slow getting up there. He took a pretty good lick there, as we saw on the replay.
Physical game so far. To me, if you're Glenville, you're in 4-down territory. On the road, week 1.
Yeah. No score first quarter, and they are marching downfield on this, their first possession. New running back. That is Chris Newell. Chris Newell Jr., a very talented two-way player, also plays safety. That's his first carry. We'll see it again.
Job on keeping his legs turning after contact, falling forward for a few extra yards. Glenville running a lot of zone blocking, just kind of letting the back just read where he wants to go, and this offensive line just kind of takes this defensive line where they want to go, and the backs for Glenville are doing a great job of seeing and extending it.
This is Newell again. Bounces to the outside. Finds some running room. Trying to turn the corner. Shakes a tackle. Pushed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. That was a hard-earned 6 yards. A couple of Tigers had hands on him.
Just didn't contain. Newell did a great job of bouncing to the outside, breaking tackles. Good job being fundamentally sound, having the ball in the outside arm, so he has the ability to stiff arm the defenders with the left.
Richard Harris had him, but Newell a little slippery there. Second down and 6. The football is resting at the 12-yard line for the Tarblooders. Member of the Senate League. C.J. Newell again tries to find an opening over the left tackle. Not much room there. Got to the 10. Tigers piled up there. Some gang tackling. Trying to come up with a stop here in the red zone. Glenville had a 22-yard completion from Nelson to Joe Saffold on a 3rd and 17 that has kept this drive alive. 2:18 and counting here in the first quarter on opening night. These teams have not played each other since 2009. That was a state tournament game won by Glenville.
Timeout. Glenville, their second of the half.
All right, the Tarblooders take a timeout. They have used 2 of their 3 already here in the first quarter. They'll take a timeout, so will we. You're watching Massillon Tigers football on opening night here on WHS-TV.
Help! Hi, I'm Russ Bookman, Discount Tire Outlet. I'm up to my ears in tires. Stop in for a price today.
44 years and I'm still up to my ears in tires.
From tire repairs to engine repairs, we are the one-stop shop for all your automotive needs.
Now with 2 convenient locations, our original Massillon store and the all-new North Canton location near Belden Village.
And who knows, in 45 years, we'll still be up to our ears in tires.
Our first half action tonight brought to you by Kraus Pizza here on WHS-TV. An incredible night. Great to be back. You know, one thing, Jim, I was noticing, we certainly do it here in the press box as we come up on opening night and see familiar faces and friends that we haven't talked to since last season. Always a joyous reunion, and I see it in the stands as well. It's just a great night.
I mean, you know, we walk up the same way every home game, and the more years we do this together, partner, you're going to see the same faces because a lot of these Massillon fans have had tickets for generations.
Nelson takes the snap. He'll roll to the left. Tigers trying to catch him. He tucks it, gets to the 5, and then gets absolutely wiped out. Jaden Williams was there. Somebody slow getting up on the Massillon side. It might be Trayon Williams. We'll see it again here.
Love the call on 3rd and short. They run the ball so well. You get Williams on a play action, and Jaden Williams, how are you doing? Like a Mack truck. Didn't get the license plate except number 9. But with that being said, move the chains, 1st and goal. Great play by Nelson. Just taking what the defense has given him, kind of waited to see if they were going to end up coming up on him to dump the ball like he did on the 3rd and 17, and they kind of stayed in coverage, and Arvell took it for the 1st down.
First and goal from the 4. C.J. Newell. He is close. He is in. Took a hit, but got it across the plane, and Glenville jumps on top 6-0. Newell just did stick that ball over the goal line for a 4-yard touchdown run.
Nice block to secure the touchdown by number 4, Paulie Sadler, at the wide receiver position. 5'11", 180-pound senior. The Tarblooders drawing first blood here in Tiger Stadium.
Emir Lemons is the kicker, and he will attempt the PAT out of the hold of Gary Pritchett. Trying to tack on the extra point after the Newell 4-yard touchdown. And he puts that one through, and it's 7-0. Glenville, they draw first blood here tonight. No pun intended. The Tarblooders coming down from Cleveland. But, Jim, it was that 3rd and 17 when Arvell Nelson used his legs to extend the play, and he found Joe Saffold for 22.
Sure was. It was a great play by Nelson. Again, keep his ability, his experience, you know, with him being a senior and just keeping his eyes down the field, not, you know, losing his cool. Made the decision at the very last second right before he crossed the line, and were able to take it for the first down, as you said, which was the key in that first, or in this first scoring drive.
Massillon Tigers football tonight, brought to you in part by the DAV, number 38 of Massillon, and by Bender's of Massillon, the official chicken wing of the Tigers. Great to have all of our sponsors back, and all of our great friends and crew on WHS-TV.
Near 11 to kick off.
Brand new season of Massillon Tigers football and high school football in general, all across the state of Ohio, working toward the state championship games not far down the road at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. These two teams we're watching tonight, Jim, they have aspirations of getting there.
Nice kick.
Deep kick all the way back into the end zone. And so that will not be brought out. So Anthony McMullen back there. And that kick drove him into the end zone. So it will be first down for the Tigers at the 20-yard line.
A great kick. The one thing with Glenville over the years, the big question mark isn't how good they are offensively or defensively. It's usually the special teams, and it usually comes in the kicking game. And they look like they've got a good one.
All right, let's see what the Tigers can do here on their second possession. Now trailing in the game 7-0. We have 1:13 to go here in the opening quarter at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. All the field is now shaded. There's still a little bit of sunlight on the visiting side stands, which are almost full. Short gain on first down. It'll be second down and about 8 after that running play.
Glenville just swarming on defense. DeAndre Showtime Taylor, 6'2", 245. Last year had 47 tackles, 5 sacks. Sticking his nose in there.
McMullen is in the backfield. Here's a pass. It's caught. That's nicely done by Giorgio Jackson. He's down the left sideline with some space. The Tarblooders in hot pursuit, but they run him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That is going to go down as a 48-yard reception. Giorgio Jackson Jr., the 6'4" junior, he caught 4 passes a year ago for just 24 yards. So that pass there almost doubled his production a year ago.
He's a guy that we're going to be talking a lot about this year, but wouldn't be surprised if he has offers before the end of this season. He's a big body guy. I watched him last week against Moeller. He has the ability to blow the top off, and he also does a great job of finishing catches. You can see right there was a simple hits pass.
The snap goes directly to Xavier Owens, and he tried to run over the left tackle, but he was absolutely wiped out there by C.J. Newell, who now scored a touchdown and made an incredible athletic tackle there on Xavier Owens.
Just chopped him down. If this looks familiar, a couple years ago, Big Brother played quarterback for Massillon, took him to the championship game. That would be DeJuan Owens.
That's it for the first quarter. They do not get another play away. 7-0 Glenville after one, but the Tigers are marching deep in Tarblooder territory. Second quarter action coming up right around the corner.
Medicap Pharmacy on Lincoln Way West has been serving our area for over 20 years. They're your local pharmacy that cares about you and your time.
I can get them filled from 5 to 10 minutes. If I go to a chain drugstore, I may have to wait a half hour to an hour.
Probably the best pharmacist in the city.
Hi, I'm Chris Kingsbury, owner and pharmacist at Medicap Pharmacy. Stop in sometime soon and you can experience our fast and friendly service.
Around here, pizza night is serious business.
Hey, did you say pizza? It better be good.
Well, then it better be Krause's Pizza. Das good.
You said Krause's Pizza. Das good.
Yes, Krause's Pizza. And we'll get the original pizza.
Get the original pizza topper too, okay?
All right. We'll get a large pizza with sausage, peppers, and a topper. Roasted chicken and JoJo's and
wings. Wings. Get a lot of wings, okay?
Okay. When it better be good, it better be Krause's Pizza. Das good.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. Second quarter action getting underway. Owens will take another direct snap, and again, the gap closes, and there's some pushing and shoving. We'll get flags flying. Kevin Elliott was involved in a little bit of a skirmish at the end of that play. Again, Owens wiped out for little or no gain. The Glenville player involved was Sincere Johnson, one of their top defensive stalwarts.
Looks like he got his hand up in his face mask and knocked the helmet off. You're going to get flagged to do that every time.
All right, Jim, some first quarter stats in your hands. Anything of interest jumping off?
4 different guys carried the ball for Glenville.
Dead ball, personal foul. Defense, number 94, unnecessary roughness. Half the distance to the goal results in a first down.
Okay, so Jameer Johnson got involved in that before Sincere Johnson. And that's a half the distance penalty. And the ball is now at the 15-yard line. And the Tigers find themselves in the red zone for the first time this year, trailing 7-0. Jameer Johnson, 6'2", 215, and a senior. They'll snap it. It's Owens on the give. Dives ahead close to the 11-yard line. He got ahead of steam going very quickly there, Jim, and plowed forward for about 4 yards.
Trying to run behind that big side of that right side of that offensive line, and Davion Floyd, 6'2", 290, and Robert Blakely, 6'3", 245. Floyd got quite a few snaps and starts last year for the Tigers.
Jacob Martin at center, a senior. Patterson in the shotgun. Owens to his left. Back to throw. To the far side. Caught. Is he inbounds? I have not seen a signal yet, Jim. The Tigers are celebrating. The fireworks are going off. We see it right here. Might take another look at that, guys, if we can. It looks like a touchdown. I never saw a touchdown signal. But an incredible catch over there.
What a great catch.
Hauled in by Giorgio Jackson Jr. His second catch of the drive. That one an acrobatic grab right on the sideline.
Absolute dime by Manny Patterson on the fade route.
His second career touchdown pass. And the Tigers are an extra point away from tying it up. The kick is blocked.
I think it's a penalty offsides on the defense.
I see a flag now down there, Jim. You're right.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense. Penalties decline, retry the point.
So they will re-kick it. 7-6. Giorgio Jackson, his second career touchdown catch.
He had a catch last week against Moeller. It was one-on-one. He literally was down the left sideline. He pushed off with his right hand, reached up with his left hand, and was able to corral it and pull it in. I'm telling you, partner, this kid right here, he's going to be special.
Kick is good. And we are tied 7-7. Glenville ball when we continue second quarter action after this brief timeout.
John George's Deli, Drive-Thru, and Convenience Store. Serving up delectable deli trays for your special events for over 60 years. John George's has the perfect tray for that big party, family gathering, little get-together with friends, or any occasion. Call and place your order today. Don't forget to visit their walk-in cooler featuring more than 500 craft beers, seltzers, and more. You'll find what you're looking for and so much more at John George's Deli, Drive-Thru, and Convenience Store.
Well, the Tigers tie it up on a touchdown pass from Manny Patterson to Giorgio Jackson Jr. And so we are tied 7-7, 10:54 to go here in the second quarter.
Impressive drive for Massillon. They needed an answer, and you know they had to do it through the air a little bit. Giorgio Jackson, that was his drive. Started with a simple 6-yard hitch, broke a tackle, and right down the sideline he went. And then the capper was the end zone fade in the front by the front pylon.
Kickoff going to the Tarblooders, and this one will take the receiver back into the end zone, but they let the play develop. Jalen Edwards went back into the end zone and caught it and elected to bring it out, which I thought they would blow that as a touchback, Jim.
That's what I'm looking at you in disbelief. I thought the rule was always, even if it takes you into the end zone, as soon as you step into the end zone, it's dead. But the referees let it go, and pretty good return, about the same position where they would have started.
Right.
Either way.
Ball is resting at the 23-yard line. Massillon and Glenville in a marquee matchup this evening here in Northeast Ohio. Beautiful night here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Nelson will hand it off. And they keep it in between the tackles. I believe that was London Hearn who got the handoff. Wide receiver carrying the football there. A nice run of 7, so they're on the 30. Second down and 3 for the Tarblooders.
Pretty clean game so far. Only 2 penalties up until the second quarter. One of each for each team.
This is Phillips running hard. Got hit and dropped by Sebastian Harper, the 5'10" junior stud.
Sebastian Harper, number 3.
Harper playing that hybrid position, linebacker and defensive back. He was right there to wrap up the ball carrier, but it's good for a first down. They get to the 39-yard line. Tigers marched down and scored on an 11-yard strike from Patterson to Gio Jackson. Misdirection play to London Hearn, and he gets tackled at about the 39-yard line.
Jaden Williams there to make the stop.
Glenville getting a little creative. I like what they've done so far offensively. Try to run a screen, there's some play action, boot, little misdirection. A lot of things you can do when you got 2 offensive linemen that are committed to Ohio State.
Yeah, they can open up some space. They are road graders for sure. Arbel Nelson takes the snap. Running up the middle. Just some power football right now.
Got a little tush push.
They got another back in there as Jamal Goodson carried the ball. So they're continuing to get guys in the lineup here, Jim. There's Goodson running off, number 10.
5'5", 190, sophomore.
8:45 and counting before halftime here on a beautiful opening night. Fans out in tremendous numbers That's Romel Phillips, and he is stumbling forward, and he'll get close to first down yardage. The Tigers wrapped him up initially, and then he pulled several Tiger defenders with him toward the first down marker.
Big number 79, Carmelo Williams, 295-pound push. As you said, partner, Massillon did a great job of stacking it up. Just weren't able to take him to the ground. Left him up long enough for the push to get him over the line for the first down.
You just are not going to see too many offensive lines of this size and girth. Back to throw Nelson. There it goes. A deep ball downfield. Man is wide open, and it is caught for a touchdown. Paulie Sadler, 55 yards. Glenville put 6 more on the board. Sadler, the senior.
God, what a throw.
And it was laid right on the money.
About 50 yards in the air. And we talked about Nelson with those long arms and their ability to run the ball early in this game, set that up. Safety's coming down, linebackers coming down, which puts that cornerback on an island, a deep post and a deep drop, which really puts your corner in a position to have to cover down for a long time. Nelson doing a great job of getting the air underneath it and letting his receiver make a play. Man, that was textbook.
Sadler, a BG commit, used the speed to run it down. And Emir Lemons out to attempt the PAT. It is 13-7 Glenville. Lemons trying to make it 14. High snap. Kick is up, and he missed it. So they'll settle for 6, and Glenville jumps back on top. Massillon ball when we come back after this timeout on WHS-TV.
The Boys and Girls Club of Massillon has been at the forefront of youth development, instilling a sense of competence, usefulness, belonging, and influence. The greatest contributions to the lives of our youth, our communities, our nation, and the world are the life lessons taught every moment of every hour of every club day. The youth of today become the leaders of tomorrow. Great futures start here.
Back here on opening night, 7:54 to go. We are in the second quarter. David Wilson along with Jim Ballard. We thank you for joining us.
Number 0 and year 11 to kick off for the Tarblooders.
Let's see if the Tigers can get a good return here. Trayon Williams and Deontay Malone back deep. Here comes the kick. It's going to go to Williams at the 5-yard line, middle of the field, 15-20. 25-30, runs into traffic at the 39-yard line. 34-yard return. And the Tigers have great field position, as we'll see the run back right here, Jim. They did some nice blocking.
Yeah, it was a great job of breaking that tackle, broke the outside contain, which really got him down the sideline. Good stick by Glenville on number 11, Cartez Yancey.
I was looking at the replay there, Jim. I thought it was Trayon Williams, but that was Anthony McMullen, number 24, who brought it back. Trayon had that first return, and McMullen that one. 7:46 on the clock, second quarter. Let's see what they do here. Looks like they're lining up for another direct snap to Xavier Owens. He's got it, and again, the Tarblooders had that one sniffed out. They read the mail. Tackle made by Jameer Johnson. That's for a loss of about 3, maybe 4.
Just too much team speed. You're going to have to drop him back and throw the ball, and that's not something that Owens does like big brother DeJuan. You know, when he's in the game, all they've done so far is run, and all Glenville did was completely stack the box. 11 guys within 5 yards. Cover 0 and just force them to throw the ball, and they weren't going to do it.
Patterson is in. Glenville lobbying for a flag. Snap about to come from Martin, and now a whistle and a timeout taken by Massillon.
Their second of the half.
That is their second. All right, we'll take a break as well. second quarter action. Fun game so far. Tarblooders up by 6, and we'll be back.
Fans, don't forget the Tigers swing game concession stands.
Fresh, great-tasting pizza can be difficult to find. Your pizza shop, located on Massillon's west side, has been making delicious pizzas since the 1960s. Their large menu includes your favorite pizzas and toppings, along with wings, pressure-fried chicken, oven-baked subs, and more. Their convenient drive-thru window is open. Delivery service is available too. Your pizza shop, located on the corner of Lincoln Way West and 32nd Street Northwest in Massillon.
Gio Jackson has caught a touchdown pass for the Tigers. Glenville with a couple of TDs, one by C.J. Newell on the ground, the other a 55-yard strike from Arvell Nelson. There's the snap. Patterson hands it off to McMullen, and the ball is loose. It looks like Glenville has recovered.
Glenville coming up with the first turnover of the game. For Massillon had a little momentum after a great kickoff. And
we'll see it again here. See if we can pick up who might have caused the fumble. I believe it was Newell. And then it was picked up by Jarvis Cockwell. And Glenville takes over. 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 43-yard line.
What I saw was he bounced to the outside. The problem was, Dave, when he bounced, he had the ball in the inside arm. Glenville just tackling the ball from the inside, squirted it loose, and first turnover of the game for the Tarblooders on their defense.
Boy, the one thing that really is jumping out at me tonight, Jim, is just the overall speed of the Tarblooders on both sides of the ball. And time is called. Arvell Nelson,
their third and final of the half,
sort of took his helmet off. I'm not sure what he's upset about, but or if he's having some trouble with his helmet. But the timeout was taken. Glenville uses their third and final timeout. 6:53 to go here in second quarter action. 13-7. Tarblooders leading it here. These teams played back in the 2009 Division I state semifinals. Glenville won that game 31-17 with a quarterback you might remember, Cardale Jones.
Cardale, good guy. Had a chance to play with him in a couple celebrity outings over the years, and what a good guy he is. 12 gauge, as they called him. Doing really well. He's helping out down at Ohio State. He's got the NIL company and does a lot of PR stuff, and just a great human being, trying to carry forward that message and what the game has taught him, and just trying to give it back.
Here we go. Tigers trying to stiffen up on defense. Nelson in trouble. He eludes the pressure. Still back there. Lets it go and throws it into no man's land. It lands incomplete, but that was a dangerous pass after he was flushed out of the pocket. Threw back across his body. And now a Tiger is hurt over on the far side of the field. I think we got a cramp.
No question about it. You can tell by the way he's grabbing that calf. I believe that's number 6.
That's Malone. Take a look at him. Nate Moore jogging over. Nate in his 11th year, 110-25. His overall record with the Tigers.
It's scary to say when you look at all the history, but the guy's the GOAT. I mean, the guy won his first state championship in a bracketed season. His winning percentage is unparalleled. He's got more wins than anybody else. And the thing about Nate is he's one of those guys when he first came here, he's really hard to get to know. Kind of quiet, a lot of pressure being in this job, and had a chance to really get to know Nate over the years. I've worked with his son Eli for the last 5 years actually. Actually working with his daughter Ella. Massillon has an outstanding women's flag football team. Tremendous job with what he's done with the program. His wife Becca, always in the community.
Second and 10.
They get Malone up and seems to be all right. 2nd down and 10 now for the Tarblooders. Again, working at the Massillon 43-yard line. 6:45 on the clock, 2nd quarter action. Here we go. They hand it off. This is Sincere Johnson, the fullback, across the 30 and down to the 29-yard line before he's finally tripped up by Richard Harris. Sincere Johnson, 6'2", 225. Johnson committed to Ohio State as well. He only had 31 Division I offers to choose from.
It's good to have options, that's for sure. He's got a whole bunch.
He runs it down to the 28. 1st and 10 Tarblooders. Nelson back to Johnson, weaving through traffic all the way down close to the 5-yard line before Malone gets him down. Nice CJ Sincere Johnson just blowing right through that line.
Big hole by that left side of the offensive line. Great job by Glenville. It's that big left side, that Ohio State tandem.
That's Davon McDougal close to the goal line. I don't think he got in.
Running exclusively behind Whipple and Perez.
Illegal formation. Fence. 6 men on the line. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So somebody was covered up by one of the receivers. And so they'll mark that back to the 10. So Davon McDougal is now getting the bulk of the carries. I thought that was Johnson earlier, so thank you, Jim. It's opening night. You know.
We'll give you a mulligan, man. It's first tee, first game, right?
5:40 to go. We're in the 2nd quarter. Glenville in the white uniforms. Hand off to Romel Phillips, and he is cut down. Maybe a 1-yard gain there. Nicely done. Jaden Williams was in there.
Just wasn't blocked.
Got some help there from Kayvon Sankey. So a nice job of cutting down Phillips, who's back in. They have run in a number of running backs in this first half. 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line. 13-7 Tarblooders. Phillips stays in the backfield.
Dead ball. Delay a game. Offense.
Play clock ran down.
Penalty. 2nd down.
So Glenville moving backwards. They'll move it to the 14. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line. So they did have it all the way to the 5 at one point on the carry by McDougal.
Got to be careful. That extra point, that bad snap, going for a field goal, if they don't end up picking up the 1st down, it's a little dicey.
Timeout. Massillon.
Now Massillon will use
their 3rd of the half.
Their 3rd timeout. So both teams are out of timeouts. 4.5 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a timeout as well while they talk things over. 13-7. Glenville leading here on opening night. You're watching Massillon Tigers football on WHS-TV.
Doring Vision Center is a primary care optometry clinic located in downtown Massillon. We have an optical department with a wide variety of eyeglass frames. From budget packages to designer brands, we have it all. Doring Vision Center uses the latest technology and fit all types of contact lenses. We treat eye disease conditions and will take emergency eye visits. Most insurances are accepted and same-day appointments may be available. Doring Vision Center. See our offices in Massillon or New Philadelphia.
All right, there's a look into the Glenville huddle. And some of their big offensive line guys heading back out. .4:30 to go.
Really taking some of the sights and sounds here at Massillon with the student section well represented. There's nothing like anything at Friday night in Massillon now. Been a lot of high school football games, but this place on Friday nights is just absolutely electric.
Here's Nelson, 2nd and goal. Line drive pass. It's caught, and it goes for a touchdown. 14-yard strike. That is London Hearn who comes up with the catch and the yards after the catch to get into the end zone.
Good quick read by Nelson. It was just a spot route. Sat down over the ball. Massillon had 2 high safeties. Big opening in between the backers. Arvell stuck his foot in the ground and got it out quick. Glenville taking advantage of Massillon's turnover, turning into at least 6. See if it's 7 here with the extra point, which was, as we said, dicey last time out.
Another low snap, and the kick is missed. So we'll pause here. They'll settle for 6 again. It's 19-7 Tarblooders. Massillon ball when we come back with more second quarter action after this.
Erie Street Pub, Massillon, Ohio's premier sports bar. Family owned for 3 generations. Open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. With great food, generous drinks, and awesome atmosphere. Big screens with sports are everywhere you look. Enjoy food and drink specials with friends and family served by Erie Street Pub's friendly staff. Erie Street Pub, Massillon's premier sports bar. Come see us before, during, or after the game.
Number 60, Deontay Malone.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Friends and Family Credit Union, the official credit union of the Tigers, and by Eagles 190 of Massillon, the official event center of the Massillon Tigers. We're back at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. David Wilson and Jim Ballard, friendly Friday night telecasters, will be here 9 straight weeks, partner, with all of the home games. Right now, Glenville spoiling opening night, but a long way to go. 19-7 Tarblooders. 2 touchdown passes by Arvell Nelson.
Glenville's done a great job of chewing up the clock so far. Almost a 3-1 margin as far as time of possession.
All right, McMullen from the 9 muffs the kick, picks it up, but now no time to make any kind of a substantial return, and they cut him down at the 15-yard line.
Smith, number 20, there to make the special team stop.
Good high kick, which allowed Glenville to really cover down. Massillon with their back against the wall, down 13. Glenville does get the ball to start the second half as well. Massillon has to be careful that they don't go with a quick 3 and out here. One thing that helps them, Glenville is out of timeouts. Massillon's got to get the ball out from their own end.
3 receiver set here for Manny Patterson. Patterson, the junior, sets up in the shotgun formation, and he'll drop back to throw. There it goes. Deep ball downfield, and it is intercepted. That's Jalen Edwards bringing it back. He's got some room into Massillon territory down the sideline. He's at the 10-yard line, and they will get him down inside the 5.
That was a cheap shot by number 60, just a direct shot right in the back.
Flag comes out, Jim.
Manny Patterson just decided he's going to throw it up. 50-50 ball, but down 13 and backed up. Right there you see the crackback block on number 23. Watch to the left of your screen right there.
There are 2 fouls on the return team. Live ball, dead ball. They both get enforced during the return. Legal block in the back. Offense. 10 yards from that spot of the foul. Dead ball. Personal foul. Original defense. 15 yards. 1st and 10. Glenville.
Massillon got lucky because that was a shot right in the back, right in the corner of the end zone. The play was dead. But a bad interception by Manny Patterson. 1st down, partner. You can't afford to just chuck it up. Again, down 12. With Glenville having all the momentum coming off just a scoring drive after a turnover. This is Massillon's 2nd turnover of the game. To put their defense back, with their back against the wall once again. Plenty of time for Glenville. 4:02 left. No timeouts, as we said. looking at the scoreboard, they have 208 total yards, pretty balanced, 108 rushing and 100 passing, 10 first downs. Massillon's defense has been on the field a long time, over almost 14 minutes so far.
Well, what was going to be about a 55-yard return inside the 5 leaves Glenville after the 2 penalties out close to midfield. They'll keep it on the ground and run straight ahead. That's Romel Phillips. Get some a good 5 yards there. 2nd down and 5.
Glenville dominating the line of scrimmage, just pushing this big defensive line of Massillon's around.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Massillon's got to get a stop here. Can't go into halftime down 26-7. Massillon did come back last week against Moeller down 14-0, but this has a whole different feel to it.
Nelson on the run, hits Hearn, and he gets hit and tackled. Also ran into his own man at about the 44-yard line, maybe the 43. Short gain.
Jaden Williams just running sideline to sideline.
He's fired up. There's no question about that, Jim.
Launching haymakers with that big shoulder. Man, he's fun to watch.
3rd down and 5. No gain on the play. Big 3rd down here. Tigers trying to stop the Tarblooders after the turnover. Tigers have had a fumble and an interception. High snap to Nelson. Fires a pass. It's caught by Paulie Sadler. Very close to the 1st down marker. I think he got it. 6-yard pickup. They needed 5.
Impressive play by Nelson. Kind of bobbled the snap. Didn't get flustered. Stuck his foot in the ground. It was just a quick slant. Awful impressed with what I've seen from Nelson. His poise, his ability to extend plays. The deep shot down the middle. Athletic when he runs. Somebody's going to be awful lucky to have this kid, and let's be honest, Dad was pretty good. You got the bloodline to go with that as well.
He's a senior. He'll drop back to throw on 1st down. Comes left with it, and a leaping try by Sadler, but he was out of bounds. Covered by Chase White, the corner. 2nd down and 10. They are working in Massillon territory, and we have 2:07 to go. Both teams out of timeouts.
Coverage for the Tigers.
Tarblooders won the Division IV state championship in both 22 and 23, and then lost in the state semifinal last year as they were trying to three-peat. Nelson, good protection. No one open downfield, and he throws late and out of bounds over the head of his intended target over on the far side. DeAnthony Crittenden was the man down there.
He had a chance too.
3rd down and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Massillon needs to stop here.
Tigers' only touchdown of the game was a toss from Patterson to Gio Jackson of 11 yards. That was at the 10:54 mark of the 2nd quarter. Now the snap goes into the backfield.
Dead ball. Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So Nelson saw that the play clock had gone to 0, so he was sort of disgusted, started walking over toward the sideline, and then it was snapped back by Deontay Rimbert. He didn't know that Nelson had vacated his position, but it didn't matter. It was a dead ball because the play clock had expired, so they mark it back to the 42.
It's one of those 3rd downs that Massillon wasn't able to get off the field earlier, which extended the drive for Glenville's first touchdown. 3rd and 15. See if Arvell Nelson's got another trick up his sleeve.
Drops back. Now he's in trouble. Tigers have him. He's going to go down. He ended up getting a couple of yards out of that. It won't be a sack, but that'll leave it at a long 4th down as the Tigers converged on him
got a late flag, not sure what it is. It looks like it's going to be a personal foul, just not sure what team it's going to be against.
Personal foul. Offense, number 71. 15-yard penalty. The down counts. 4th down.
Marquise Whipple guilty of the personal foul. So after the interception, the drive stalls out.
Massillon has elected to run the clock on the snap. 4th down.
Trying to get Lemons out there ready to kick it. Line of scrimmage is back in Glenville territory now at the 47. Malone is back deep for the Tigers. Here comes the punt. Not a bad kick. And taken by Malone, and he gets spun around, but he's still on his feet. To the 30 and now to the 40. Crowd rising and cheering as he gets out close to midfield. A 32 or so yard return. We'll see some nice moves by Malone right here, Jim.
Yeah, Glenville had him boxed in, but it was a broken tackle. Malone doing a nice job bouncing it to the outside, getting north and south and setting up almost the 50-yard line. You're starting to feel momentum shift here. See if Massillon can capitalize. It looked really bleak on that first down interception by Patterson, and give credit to Massillon's defense coming up with a stop. See if they can ignite the offense and get something going.
Well, literally from the moment of the interception, Glenville sort of self-destructed on that drive.
I believe it was, what, 5 penalties?
Yeah.
In the course of a couple minutes.
Patterson to Owens, and that one was blocked and stuffed by the Tarblooders.
Little gun shy maybe with Patterson after the interception. Kind of a conservative play call that kind of has the Massillon fans, you know, hooing and hawing a little bit.
He's back to throw, short drop, fires a pass. It's caught at the 45-yard line. It's hauled in by Richard Harris. Clock is moving with 58 seconds left in the quarter. Patterson back to throw. They come at him with pressure, and they got him in a sack.
Massillon with no timeouts, either team with any timeouts.
Tyler Murphy with the sack for Glenville, number 30. Clock is at 37 seconds right now. Glenville up 19-7. Approaching the end of the first half. Patterson looking over to the sideline. It is 4th down and 10 for the Tigers. They're letting that play clock go down all the way. It's now at 4.
You're going to take the penalty and just punt it.
Dead ball.
5 seconds left.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down. Please set the game clock to 6 seconds. 0-6.
6 seconds on the board, and 4th down. Line of scrimmage will be the 42-yard line of the Tigers. So the Tarblooders played a very solid first half defensively.
2 turnovers were the key. One leading to 6 points. The other looked like it was going to translate as well, but Massillon's defense.
The punt by Haynes will check up and land right on the 25-yard line.
Please run the game clock to 0 seconds. It should have started on the snap. That is the half.
33-yard kick will end the first half of play. Jen, some thoughts on the first half. This Tarblooders team, everything is advertised. We knew they had talent, and we saw a number of players make an impact.
Yeah, the thing that impressed me the most was their ability to share the ball in the run game. You know, had 5 different guys carrying the ball. McDougal was outstanding in that second quarter, really got it going behind that big offensive line. And Massillon started out a little slow, but got to love what Giorgio Jackson did. And, you know, Massillon's going to have their defense step up once again to flip that momentum as Glenville's going in with a 19-7 lead. Controlled the line of scrimmage. They controlled the clock, kept Massillon's offense off the field, and if you get Massillon behind with a young quarterback who's going to put more on their game, more on his shoulders, it's going to be harder for them just to line up and run the ball, and they're going to have to get a quick stop to start the second half.
Well, an incredible crowd here on opening night. Beautiful evening here in Massillon. 19-7 Tarblooders. We'll take a time out here. When we come back, we'll have the Massillon Tigers Swing Band entertaining us here at halftime at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Stay tuned. More to come on our Friday night coverage after this on WHS-TV.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
Hello, and welcome to the Stark County Humane Society. Today we're going to give you a few pointers when considering adopting a new furry friend. All animals here at the Stark County Humane Society are spayed, neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, dewormed, and if old enough, heartworm tested for our canine friends. Adopters will receive a free exam within 2 weeks of adoption at local veterinarian hospitals. We encourage all adopters to take full advantage of this. A one-time adoption fee is required for your new furry friend. When you adopt, you get an awesome adoption packet that includes treats for your new fur baby and savings for you. But this is not where the cost of adoption stops. Did you know the average cost of an animal like a new puppy or kitten can cost up to $500 annually? This includes annual veterinarian visits, preventative care, and everyday supplies like crate, litter, food, toys. But I hope this doesn't scare you away. Adopting an animal is a huge responsibility and a commitment. Please take the time to consider the cost of adopting a new pet into your family today. I hope to see you soon at the Stark County Humane Society. Please visit our website or visit us on social media for more information.
My name is Jaden Wilson, and you're watching Massillon Tiger football only on WHS-TV.
The eye of the tiger.
Back here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium on opening night, Tigers and Tarblooders meeting for just the 5th time all-time. Massillon is 3-1 in the all-time series. See the Tiger Swing Band getting ready to take the field in just a few moments. We'll be giving you some stats when we get them, and the numbers will favor Glenville without question. And their senior quarterback, Arvell Nelson, really impacted the game. 2 touchdown passes, one a 55-yard strike to Paulie Sadler. That was at the 7:54 mark of the second quarter. That was just a terrific throw, Jim. Put it right on the money to Sadler, 55 yards.
50 in the air. He literally couldn't have ran down and handed it to him any better than that. The thing I loved was he got a lot of air underneath it. Ball turned over. He throws a really pretty ball.
Sadler, their top receiving option, and he was able to haul that one in and run it in for the score. The only touchdown for Massillon so far, a nice strike of 11 yards to Giorgio Jackson Jr. Very acrobatic catch on the sideline in the end zone, got 1 foot down. We never saw a touchdown signal from any official, but the Tigers just celebrated anyway, kind of sold it, and that is the only score of the night so far for the Tigers. Hopefully not the last. Well, one of the great moments of every game here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, the performance by the Massillon Tigers Swing Band, and we'll send it down and listen in right along with you here at halftime. 19-7 Tarblooders. Take it away, Swing Band.
Under the direction of Jason Neal, assisted by Jan Smith-Heisman, Chris Guzman, Katie Calabina, Emily Butts, and Carla Martin. And onto the field by Drew Major, Matthew Meadows, and Bobby jazz standards ever written, and is widely credited with popularizing the term swing in jazz. Composed by Duke Ellington and first recorded in 1932, the song emphatically declares, "It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing." And band, are you ready to swing? The song has been recorded by countless artists over the years, but is probably the most recognized as the theme song for the Harlem Globetrotters. Tonight, we feature our senior majorette, Regan Lustig, to the unmistakable sounds of Sweet Georgia Brown. Tonight was written in 1939 by Billy Strayhorn and made famous by Duke Ellington's orchestra. Inspired by the subway line in New York City that runs through Harlem, the tune quickly became Ellington's signature song and a defining sound of the swing era. Come on for the band with the ride and then take the A train.
at Shanklin Heating and Air Conditioning. We are a third-generation, family-owned company that has served our community since 1960. Our highly trained technicians are able to meet all of your repair and installation needs. Our promise to our local community is that we are working for you. We are dedicated to putting you first. If you need dependable, affordable, and effective HVAC solutions for your home, contact Shanklin Heating and Air Conditioning today.
We welcome you back to our Friday night coverage here on WHS-TV, the facilities of Massillon Washington High School, 19-7. Glenville leading the Tigers here at the halftime break, where we get into the stats from the first half and some more analysis. Jim, I want to mention it. Our two brand new pre-K to third grade elementary buildings are opening this school year. One is just right across in our view from our booth here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. And the folks from the Massillon schools invite you to join them for the ribbon cutting celebrations coming up on Sunday, the 24th. Massillon East is 400, Georgia Redbird Southeast. Has an open house going from 2 to 4 on Sunday with the ribbon cutting at 2, and then Massillon West, 282 29th Street Northwest here in Massillon. The open house is 3:30 to 5:30 with the ribbon cutting at 3:30. So you can make it to both of them.
Did a great job. Look how nice that school looks. Trimmed in the orange with the lights.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful. It was a construction site when we were here last, Jim, back at the tail end of last fall. But what a great addition that is to the school system, and I'm sure the students are going to enjoy it very much. But those are two big celebrations coming up this Sunday right here in Massillon. All right, 19-7, Arvell Nelson, 6 of 10, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 55. Manny Patterson, 3 of 4, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 66 yards for Manny in his first Massillon start. Xavier Owens, 9 carries, 13 yards, a long of 9. So really no rushing attack of any significance for Massillon. They have just stuffed the box and snuffed out anything the Tigers have tried to get going. Meanwhile, 10 carries for Romel Phillips, 32 yards. 4 carries for Davon McDougal and 46 with a long of 23. As far as receiving goes, Jackson, 2 catches, 60 yards, a touchdown. And London Hearn leading the way, 3 catches, 22 yards, and a touchdown for Glenville. 5 tackles for C.J. Newell on Glenville's side, and Jaden Williams, Jim, as you mentioned, running everywhere, 8 tackles for the Tigers. All right, so down here 19-7. What do you think are some keys that are being talked about in that Massillon locker room?
Well, first of all, they turned the ball over twice, which kind of limited their opportunities, not to mention the amount of time that they were on the field. Glenville did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage with primarily the run game. They did do a nice job of mixing in the pass with the play action game, a screen here, some slant boots. Really like what they did offensively. Massillon has got to get a stop, as we talked about at the end of the first half. Glenville will receive the ball to start the second half with all the momentum, up 19-7. See if they can keep building on what they did offensively. I mean, offensively, I think they really don't need to change too much, except with the exception of, just play a little cleaner. They had 9 penalties for 89 yards in the first half, which is really the only blemish on what they've done tonight, partner.
Well, 5 of those penalties came after an interception, which the return of the INT was all the way down to the 5, but they had a couple of personal foul penalties that moved the ball all the way back to midfield, and then they ended up not getting points out of that drive. So we'll see how this all plays out. Glenville is back out on the field. Tigers have yet to get back on the field for second half warm-up, so we're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. Next week, Tigers will be here at home against Canton Glen Oak. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. We'll have it for you right here. And of course, every week is a home game for the Tigers all the way up through week 9. Glenville, by the way, they are heading to Olentangy Liberty for a game next week. So they head on the road, and that will be a 7 o'clock game down in the Columbus area for the Tarblooders.
Seeing the 2025 Massillon Hall of Fame Wall of Champions inductees. Good view of it there. Charles Cy Rigler, Don Snavely from back in the day. Ben Mast, who played in the Arena Football League. I played against Ben, actually. He was Detroit Fury with the Buffalo Destroyers. Antonio James on that early 2000s team. Of course, Gary and Conley, Ohio State Buckeye, Houston Texan. Career got cut a little short with that leg injury. And of course, Don and Mary Lou Wilton. Been a part of this program for a long time. Great to see these additions to the long tradition of Massillon Tiger football players and contributors, and the history here. I mean, you walk into the building and you go in and you see all these Hall of Famers, and it's just wow.
Yeah, the beautiful program cover on tonight's game program with all of the information on the inductions.
Earl Bruce and Lee Tressel. Coached at Baldwin Wallace, of course.
Yeah.
Coached my father-in-law. Coached with my father-in-law. My father-in-law, Dave Perkins, actually the only remaining living staff member from that Baldwin Wallace team that won a national championship. Lee Tressel winning one at BW, and of course Jim Tressel winning at Youngstown State and the Ohio State University. Leon's, of course, just recently retired of your beloved Ashland.
Yeah, Lee Owens, a former Massillon coach in Ashland, now has a new book out. So I think he's got an event coming up here pretty soon in Massillon to promote that book.
My first start, Leon's right here, 1988. Got beat 28-6. 12 for 17, 117 yards on the touchdown. Not that I remember my first high school start. Not a bad performance.
28-6 the final?
Yeah, we got bumped.
Yeah.
Threw a touchdown pass late.
So you didn't do enough. I think
no, we didn't do enough offensively. That team was really good. Lee Hurst, who went in on to play at Kent State University. Travis McGuire was a running back.
And there are the Tarblooders heading back over to their sideline. They will get the ball to start the third quarter. And it looks like they'll give the teams a couple more minutes to warm up. So we'll take a timeout here. And we'll get ready for third quarter play-by-play. It's 19-7 Tarblooders here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. We'll have second half action coming up in just a moment here. You're watching coverage of the Tigers courtesy of WHS-TV.
Only Electrolux has Smart Boost technology for the most effective stain removal. Extending the life of clothes and fabrics for your family and for a more sustainable future. Make it last. Electrolux.
All right, here we go. Third quarter almost upon us. And Jim, you've been in Manny Patterson's shoes. You were just talking about how much pressure it is to start a varsity game for the first time, and then to do it in a situation like this, a season opener, packed house, a very worthy and formidable opponent on the other side. So how does he kind of get himself back centered and just playing football?
Just got to take what the defense is giving him. The interception deep was unnecessary. I mean, he could have, checked it down. You're backed up in that situation. Glenville had just scored a touchdown. He's got to be smart. He just needs to play within himself a little bit, make plays when they're there, and not try to do too much, which I thought, as we said earlier, he tried to do that and it just didn't work out. So just get back to the basics, throw the hitches, throw the bubble screens, get him a couple layups, get him going. But it's going to come down to, can Massillon's defense get a stop here to start the second half, or will the momentum continue to get turned on for Glenville? If they go up, another touchdown, you're not going to be able to line up and run the ball that many times in the second half and eat up that deficit. So wait and see what happens.
All right, Mateo Herrera will kick things off. Let's see what Glenville does here with this opening kick as we get the third quarter underway. Here it comes. And it is going to be caught at about the 5-yard line by Jalen Edwards, and he has some nice speed working around the right side, gets knocked out of bounds, flag comes out.
Special teams return for Glenville.
During the return, block in the back. Receiving team number 90. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
So that'll be the 10th penalty of the night against Glenville.
Massillon usually is the team that leads in penalties, and only 2 for 10 at the half.
Looks like that's going to be marked at the 18-yard line, so that's where the Tarblooders will take over. And again, it's going to be up initially to that Massillon defense.
Massillon's defense gave up 11 first downs in the first half. Massillon offensively only had 3. See if it's going to be a steady dive to McDougal to start the second half. He was key in the second quarter, excuse me.
When they give him the football, the fullback gets across to the 23-yard line. Total offense in the first half, 223 for Glenville, 77 for Massillon. Jim, you mentioned it a number of times in the first half, the disparity in time of possession.
McDougal, a big back with big legs, 5'11", 215.
We're underway third quarter. Crowd a little restless here. Not a lot to cheer for, including the touchdown when no one knew if it really was a touchdown. But it turned out to be a 12-yard strike. To Geo Jackson. Again, over the left tackle, McDougal forced to the turf at about the 27. That's a 4-yard pickup. He's short of the first down, but only by about a yard here. So third down, very manageable. McDougal will go off. And they bring back on their little bowling ball fullback, Jamal Goodson.
Big third down for the Massillon Tigers. Crowd trying to get behind them to get a stop.
Sadler's out wide left with 3 receivers, and now it looks like the Tigers have been drawn offside.
Dead ball.
That'll give them the first down.
Defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first.
I think I jinxed him talking about only 2 penalties in the first half, and that one hurts.
Got a little anxious there. They were ready to come charging on the short yardage situation. First and 10 now from the 32-yard line for Glenville. They're up 19-7. Tigers looking to do something on defense here. Nelson will go to Goodson. And again, running up the middle, got stuffed.
Number 10, Jamal Goodson gets the carry.
Tigers there to stop that play. It was Logan Allman who got in there and blew it up.
Number 78, number 13, Logan Allman, both combined to make the tackle for the Tigers.
Ball on the 34-yard line. High school football is back. The 2025 season opener for both teams. I was just looking, Jim, it was 81 at kickoff. We will not be at 81 in week 10. It's going to be a dramatic change in the next 10 weeks. McDougal caught in the backfield, finally tripped up and down. Flag comes out on the play. Not sure if somebody might have grabbed a face mask.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Defense, number 13. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that time the Tigers lost their poise. Number 13, Logan Allman, guilty of the personal foul.
Allman left over from that outstanding defensive line from last year. 240-pound senior. Massillon's defense reeling a little bit. Glenville starting to impose their will, just running the ball.
That's a 15-yard walk-off to the 49-yard line. Nelson hands to McDougal. Rips off about 4, maybe 5 yards on first down. Second down now for the Tarblooders as we get our MCTV replay.
Massillon starting to dial up some blitzes to try to force Glenville to throw the ball, and that big offensive line, of course, led by Marquise Whipple and J.J. Perez.
It's just a revolving door of running backs. Romel Phillips is in, and he breaks around the left side at the 40, finally tripped up before he could move it upfield, but they just have fresh legs coming in off the bench on almost every play. Just a nice rotation.
Again, run him strictly behind that left side of the line. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Can't go wrong running behind 2 Ohio State commits.
They also have big Carmelo Williams in there on that line. They can really open up and move some guys around. Massillon defense showing blitz here. 1st and 10. That's Phillips to the 36-yard line, picked up 4.
Just picking and choosing. Phillips really patient, kind of takes it up the middle, bounces it to the outside. Good job by number 27 for Massillon. Trayon Williams keeping outside leverage, turning it back into his linebackers, but
2nd and 7 for Glenville on the Tiger 37.
Glenville averaging over 4 yards a carry on this drive.
Tigers trying to get some fresh bodies in there on this defensive line. They are gassed right now. Long methodical drive. That's Romel Phillips. Nice cut. To the 31, a pickup of about 6. I think he might be a little short of the first down.
Good kick out block by number 21, Lorenzo Smith, sophomore tight end, 6 foot 200. This drive's eating up almost 5 minutes off the clock to start this second half, partner.
Phillips up the middle. Looks like he has the first down. Got a couple yards there, only needed 1. So that Sam Dosis checked in on the defensive line. Marcus Garner is in there. Williams made the tackle.
Brings up first down for Glenville.
Isaac Maxheimer lost his helmet, so he has to come off for a play. They got to the 29. It's a personal foul penalty that helped propel this drive earlier.
So offsides on 3rd and 2, which really kept the drive going. For Glenville, didn't have to run the play.
First down from the 29. Nelson going for 6 and just over the outstretched arms of Sadler. And there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see if it's a roughing the passer.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Offense, number 79. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
Nope, it's going to go against Carmelo Williams on another personal foul penalty against the Tarblooders. And that will send Glenville back. The ball is going to rest, Jim, at the 44-yard line. So from the 25 or so all the way back to near midfield. 6:28 to go, third quarter. Nelson now on a long second down, and a running play to Goodson, and he is wiped out by 3 Tigers. Marcus Garner got in there with first contact. Trayvon Williams, the middle linebacker, helped out as well. Third down and long. They need to get to the 19-yard line for a first down.
Massillon was in this situation earlier in the first half, wasn't able to get it done. Looks like Massillon's going to sit back and cover 4, try to keep everything in front of them, but got to be careful because Glenville's so athletic and fast.
Third down and 26. McDougal catches a screen pass and is run out of bounds over on the far side in the Glenville sideline. Got to about the 38. So that's an 8-yard pickup, but well short of the first down. So they're looking at 4th down from the 38-yard line. 4th and 19.
Like the play call, just something simple, just to pick up some extra yards for the punter. 8-yard swing pass. If the guy drops it, it's high percentage.
Emir Lemons will kick it away. Line of scrimmage, the 38. And he will get it up in the air. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And now a big collision in the end zone. The crowd wanted a flag. A couple of players got tangled up. Trayon Williams was one of them. They get that all separated out. And now there's more big trouble. Somebody's hot.
Massillon's defense does its job. They do get a stop, but it took them almost 6.5 minutes to get it done. Massillon's offense has to get it rolling. Only 3 first downs, as we talked about in the first half. $11 yards rushing for the Massillon Tigers in the first half. When's the last time you've seen that?
And you figure at some point it's going to get on track. Let's see if this is the drive. Tigers held, although that was a lengthy drive, eating up a lot of clock. Direct snap to Owens. There he goes up the middle. He breaks away into the second level, and they tackle him deep in Glenville territory at about the 38-yard line. .42 yards on the gallop by Xavier Owens.
Looking a lot like Big Brother back in 2023. Going Wildcat, try and shake things up a little bit. Go back to Manny Patterson at quarterback.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The Tigers down 19-7. Back to throw. Slings it far side. Deontay Malone makes the catch. That's good for about 6, maybe 7 yards.
It's late. Got to get that out quicker. He's lucky they didn't jump that and pick that. After that play action, he just needs to slide base 1 step, 3 steps after that on a 6-yard hitch. It's too long, too much time. Either he's got to shorten his drop or they got to extend the route a little bit deeper.
They'll keep it on the ground. Owens cut down after a 2-yard pickup to the 31.
Xavier Owens on the carry, tackled by number 6, Aaron Scales. 3rd and short for the Tigers on Glenville 31.
Okay. 3rd down and 3 now. Manageable 3rd down for the Tigers. They'll keep it on the ground again, running in between the tackles, and more room up the middle by Owens, who somehow tiptoed through a thicket of defenders, and he's down to the 18-yard line and a 1st down.
Massillon going with big personnel, 23 personnel, 2 running backs, 3 tight ends. Got an injury timeout for Glenville.
Injured Tarblooder. Get a look into the Tigers huddle. He's trying to catch the Glenville player who is hurting. That is definitely a cramp as they're trying to get his right leg stretched out.
I don't know if it's number 6, Aaron Skiles.
Well, Xavier Owens breaking through, Jim. You were talking about the rushing attack, and about that time he ran for about 42 yards, and now a first down run into the red zone.
I know big brother DeJuan was a little before your time, but DeJuan could pick him up and set him down in a heartbeat. Ooh, man, was he a good running back. He's over at, or could really run the ball. He's over at Slippery Rock, D2 school over in Pennsylvania. Redshirt freshman this year.
Xavier 5'11", 210. He is a junior. First and 10 from the 18. Football handed up the middle. That was Jaden Williams who carried the football. Checks in at running back.
Tackle by number 8, Sincere Johnson. 6'2", 225 pounds.
Our second half play-by-play brought to you by John George's Deli. 19-7 Tarblooders. Not sure if they got the play off in time.
Before the flag, we have a timeout by the coach, Glenville. Their first timeout of the half.
All right, they'll take a timeout here. That was a late timeout by the Tarblooders.
They had 12 players on the field, partner, and I think one of the coaches caught it, didn't want to take that 5-yard penalty. Good coaching there by the Tarblooders to recognize that.
All right,
get that timeout before the penalty hit.
All right, they'll take a timeout. So will we. 30-second break here. Tigers on the march down by 12, and more to come for Paul Brown Tiger Stadium after this.
Discount Tire Outlet, serving you with honesty, integrity, and excellence since 1981. Now with 2 convenient locations, our original store in Massillon and the all-new North Canton location near Belden Village. More than tires, Discount Tire Outlet is the place for auto service and mechanical work for all makes and models. See us for tune-ups, engine repairs, brakes, alignments, and all your automotive needs, and of course, tires. Come see the tire pros at Discount Tire Outlet, the place for automotive service, now with 2 convenient locations.
Hey, coming up after the game, we'll name our player of the game, brought to you by Liberty Ford in Canton, home of the Liberty for Life. Liberty makes it happen. That's coming up after the game, the official car dealership of the Massillon Tigers. Owens, the direct snap in the Wildcat, and again, it just does not work. Got to the 15. That's a 1-yard pickup. It'll be third down, about 6, we'll call it 7 to go. All right, Russ, what's on your mind here? Third down, deep in Glenville territory. Critical drive here for the Tigers.
I think you got 2 plays here, so I think you can still be a little conservative and run the ball on third down. See what you pick up and then go from there.
Patterson standing back on the 20. Short drop, everybody covered. Now a flag comes out. He fires to the back corner of the end zone. It's broken up, incomplete. We have a penalty marker. It's going to be a hold, I think, against the Tigers. It'll probably be declined. Probably be declined and make it fourth down.
Holding. Offense. Number 60. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
No, they do take the penalty. So it'll still give the Tigers, as you mentioned, Jim, potentially 2 plays. Ball will be placed at the 25 after the hold on Marcus Garner.
Might have ran draw there, trying to cross him up a little bit since they've had some success in the run game, but elected to throw it. Got a holding penalty. Glenville did a good job of pressuring Manny Patterson. See if they blitz off the slot closest to us. Safety stack behind the outside backer. Nope, going to play man, two-man.
Little play action. There goes a pass into the corner. Caught. Touchdown, Tigers. That's Deontay Malone, his first touchdown catch of the season. He is shaken up on the play. It looks like another cramp. A 25-yard touchdown pass. Great catch, leaping in the back of the end zone, back corner. Patterson put it right on the money where only Malone could catch it.
50-50 ball. Malone doing a great job of going up and getting it. A little confused why you would play that coverage if you're Glenville. It's 3rd and 16. You play two-man. I would just play cover 4, keep everything in front of me. They haven't really done much as far as getting the ball down the field. They decide to go man-to-man with the safeties over the top, and Deontay Malone wins on the go route. Patterson does a great job getting there underneath it, right in the back pylon. Malone, outstanding catch, and his ability to finish the catch when he hits the ground. Great job, great play, just the answer that Massillon needs.
2:19 to go, third quarter. Here is the kick by Herrera. The point after is good. And so we have ourselves a 5-point game, back to within one possession. 19-14 Tarblooders. Massillon will kick off, and we continue our third quarter action after this timeout on WHS-TV.
Medicap Pharmacy on Lincoln Way West has been serving our area for over 20 years. They're your local pharmacy that cares about you and your time.
I can get them filled from 5 to 10 minutes. If I go to a chain drugstore, I may have to wait a half hour to an hour.
Probably the best pharmacist in the city.
Hi, I'm Chris Kingsbury, owner and pharmacist at Medicap Pharmacy. Stop in sometime soon and you can experience our fast and friendly service.
All right, we have a game that's getting a little more interesting now. 19-14, Tigers march down the field. They score. Big runs in that drive by Owens. And Manny Patterson connects for his second touchdown pass of the night. This one to Deontay Malone, 25 yards. Herrera ready to kick off. This one is a short kick. They angle it over on the far side, and it is covered by the Tarblooders.
That's a great kick by Herrera. Just a little pooch kick to see it. It's not quite an onside kick, but they were running down into that dead spot to try and cover down on it. And
yeah, perfectly placed. Tigers really had a chance at that. It did take a Glenville bounce there, and they were able to cover it. Looks like it'll be at the 14-yard line. Well done by Herrera.
It's a perfect kick.
So Glenville pinned deep on their own 14.
Played a little 2-iron. A little run under the wind, huh?
Sometimes teams will try that, but get the ball a little higher in the air. That was more of a line drive, and
ran out for him. And Massillon's got a lot of momentum now after their big stop last possession.
Nelson stumbles and falls back at the 5-yard line as he was trying to look downfield. I'm not sure if he's hurt, maybe a cramp. They're going to need to get some attention to Arvell Nelson Jr. You see him right there. He just went down in a heap, Jim. And yeah, he is hurting. Huge break for the Tigers. It's going to be second down all the way back to the 6-yard line. That's a loss of about 8.
I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback sack himself with a cramp. And it looks like it just kind of grabbed on him.
Yeah.
And he just kind of lost his balance on the turf. I'm just glad to see it wasn't, you know, when he first went down, you're kind of holding your breath because the first thing you think of is Achilles, right?
Right. Just the way he went down, just crumbled.
You know, we saw Halliburton and Jason Tatum. Tatum was the one who went down with the Achilles?
Yeah.
Both those guys kind of a similar situation where they just kind of planted the wrong way, no contact.
they'll see if they can get Nelson back upright momentarily. They're trying to stretch him out. Try to get him some hydration.
Got to get him some pickle juice.
Well, the Tigers within 5, 19-14, and a long way to go here on this opening night. 2:05 to go third quarter. Shirt sleeve weather here on opening night, the 22nd of August. And Nelson limping, heading back toward the sideline with the training staff.
Good to see Nelson up and around.
So they are going to at least have to get a backup in there for a play or two. Ball is back at the 6-yard line. Golden opportunity here for the Tigers. So they'll try to get something going defensively here and put more pressure. Trying to see who's coming in at QB. That's McDougal, who is lining up as a running back. They'll snap it to C.J. Newell. He'll run it himself and powers his way close to the 10-yard line, a hard-earned 4 yards. This will be a long third down, about 3rd and 15.
Number 9, Jaden Williams again on the tackle for Massillon.
Some new personnel comes on the scene for the Tigers. Caden Sankey is in there at nose tackle right now. Third down, 15. They snap it to Newell, running again. He gets wiped out. Sebastian Harper coming in, making the tackle at about the 13-yard line.
Devon Williams, the 5'8", 190-pound sophomore. Big defensive play for Massillon, and all of a sudden, partner, here come the Tigers.
Williams got him down low, and Harper came in and wrapped him up around the chest. 4th down and about 11 to go. Ball is at the 13. Tigers are going to get good field position out of this. Flag out, delay of game. That's
Dead
going
ball.
to hurt.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Not sure what happened there. They just did not snap the ball.
The clock will start in the snap.
Lemons will kick from his own end zone. The Tigers have R.J. Harris back at about the 35-yard line. That kick might have been blocked or shanked. It takes a hop backwards, and it's taken by the Tarblooders at about the 15-yard line. Incredible. That's a 7-yard kick.
Just looked like it went off the side of his foot. Shanked it is right. He's missed 2 extra points, but that one, that punt is really going to hurt. Massillon needed a spark to start this second half. Defense provided it for him once again with a big stop on that second possession.
Yeah, don't forget, Jim, the first Tarblooders drive took up about 6 minutes. And now we're at 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tigers take over at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll snap it to Owens. He hands it to McMullen, running fast, still on his feet at the 10, and tackled right there after a 4-yard pickup. Anthony McMullen, the 5'11" senior. Second down, about 6 to go. That's the end of the third quarter, and the Tigers trying to jump in front. We'll see if they can do it. The all-important fourth quarter is coming up right around the corner. Back in a flash here, you're watching the season opener of Tigers football, brought to you by WHS-TV.
It's all good at Lobie's Irish Pub and Grill. Good friends, good atmosphere, good food, good service, good spirits, Good times. It's always all good at Loby's Irish Pub and Grill in the Irish Square Plaza near the corner of Hills and Dales and Wales Road, across from the Progressive dealerships.
All right, let's get fourth quarter play-by-play going here. 12 minutes on the clock. The Tigers trying to storm back after trailing by 12 at halftime. They've scored here in the third quarter on the great catch by Deontay Malone. And now they're trying to do it one more time here to take the lead. They've got a very exciting fourth quarter ahead, no question about it.
Going to stay in Wildcat with Owens. They've had success with this in the second half.
Empty backfield this time. It's a 5-receiver set. Williams-Himes is the fullback. Owens keeps it right up the middle to the 5, and he dives, and he's in for a touchdown, Tigers. First play of the fourth quarter, a 10-yard run by Owens. And the Tigers take the lead 20-19.
So impressive to see Massillon not panic after a tough first half. They went through this last week, and I know it was only a scrimmage, but when you line up against a team like Moeller, they ended up winning, as you told me, partner, in the last play of the game. But their first team was down 14-0 early in that ball game, and same thing tonight. Massillon didn't panic. Defense came up with some stops. Massillon get a lineup for 2 to make it 22-19 with the 2 missed extra points by Glenville. Like the call here by Coach Nate Moore.
Patterson, and a timeout was called, but a flag came out. I think Nate was trying to call the timeout before the delay of game, but I don't think it happened.
You got it. 3 timeouts left.
Before the penalty. Timeout, Massillon.
All right, so they did get the timeout called.
That would have been a tough one.
And so they'll have a chance to talk things over here. It is opening night, so you have sometimes some communication problems and just
personnel getting in and out.
No question about
it.
Yep.
But it was good that the coaches were on that, because that's one of those penalties. And, I talk, Ballard Quarterback Academy, and all the film I break down with my guys. There's 3 things we talk about, like before the ball snap. You're basically assessing the situation you're in. It's the where, the what, and the how. Where am I at on the field? What's the down and distance, and how much time and timeouts do I have left? You can think about Ohio State last year against Oregon. Completely blew it. And in the national championship against Notre Dame, they were snapping the ball with 18 seconds left, and Notre Dame had 3 timeouts left. But Massillon on top of their game, getting a good timeout before the penalty's called, and see if they can't convert.
Each team with 2 left. This is Owens. Great move. Moving laterally at the 5 and then gets cut down before he can take it upfield. So the PAT fails. The Tigers will take it. They are up now 20-19. 11:56 to go in regulation. Tarblooders ball when we come right back on WHS-TV.
Serving our community since 1960, Buell and Oliveri Insurance is large enough to meet all of your insurance needs, yet small enough to know you personally. We take pride in having several insurance carriers, including Grange Insurance, that we can match you with to provide you the most complete coverage and the best rates. If you're tired of lower service and higher premiums, give Buell and Oliveri Insurance a call today and let our experienced agents and staff give you the professional attention you deserve.
A 20-19 Massillon lead, 1st and 10. Well, it will be 1st and 10 following the kickoff. We'll see if the Tigers can, again, duplicate what really was a major play in that third quarter, Jim, and that was that great kick into the dead zone by Herrera, which pinned Glenville back deep and helped Massillon get that ball in tremendous field position. This time he will kick it inside the 5. Brought back by the Tarblooders. I believe that's Hearn. And gets spun around and knocked down at about the 23-yard line. We'll see the Gunners coming down here to get to the ball carrier.
Number 4 was first down, was not able to make the tackle. The thing I want to see is Arvell Nelson going to jog back on the field at quarterback.
He went down with a cramp on that last drive when they were deep in their own territory. I don't see him out there.
This is a totally different team without him on the field. Massillon will be able to load up the box with really no pass threat.
They will give it to McDougal. They have Chase Youngblood in at quarterback wearing number 22. Now he's off.
Assisted by number 60, Marcus Gardner Jr.
Ball is at the 24-yard line. 1-yard pickup for McDougal. Second down and 9. Tigers are leading now. They trailed by 12 at halftime. Early in the fourth quarter. Youngblood is back on at quarterback. He has Romel Phillips in the backfield this time. Back to throw Youngblood, but a flag is out and a false start against the Tarblooders.
Offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, this is just stating the obvious. And whether or not they win or lose, the penalties for the Tarblooders are going to keep Ted Ginn up tonight.
Yeah, they're climbing close to almost 15 penalties on the night. Really come at inopportune times. Chase Youngblood coming in as a 5'10", 150-pound freshman.
He's in trouble, throws it, pass is caught on a screen, 20, 25, 30, out close to the 40 and down the sideline. This one's still going deep in Massillon territory, and a touchdown. Unbelievable. 81 yards.
What a great
Romel Phillips out of the backfield with the screen catch. He runs it all the way for a touchdown, managed somehow to stay in bounds. There's an injury way back on the other end of the field. It looks like a Tiger is down. And the Tarblooders have taken a 25-20 lead on a screen catch and run by Romel Phillips when Youngblood looked like he was in all kinds of distress.
You know what it is, right? Who else wore number 22 that was about 5'9" back in the day? 5'10".
I don't know. Tell me.
Douglas Flutie.
Okay. All right. You're right. You're right there.
Doug Flutie wearing number 22. Youngblood, as I was saying, a freshman coming into the game in this situation, didn't panic. Massillon had a lot of pressure on him with the screen pass. Stayed poised, was able to get up and throw off that front foot. Great catch. Great block downfield by number 4, Paulie Sadler.
Jaden Williams was hurting. He's up and back to the sideline. And I think that's Phillips who, well, maybe not. There was another Glenville player who was shaken up, but he's now jogging off. And that was Phillips. And, you know, I don't blame him for being down after an 81-yard sprint.
Wait to see if the monkey was going to jump on his back, but great job finishing off the run. And if you're Glenville, you got to go for 2 to try to push that lead out to 7 points.
25-20 after a shocking run. 10:26 on the clock. They'll snap it, and I believe that's Newell, and that play just did not look right.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Retry the point.
False start, so they'll mark it back 5 yards. So Phillips with the play of the game right now on the 81-yard reception.
That was Glenville's 14th penalty for 129 yards. Expect some of it the first game, but some of the stuff is really correctable.
Mark it back to the 8 now. This is a 2-point conversion try. It's a pass, back corner, leaping. Pass was caught. It is good for 2 points. Wow.
Arvell Nelson coming off the bench cold, dropping a 3 in the corner of the end zone. Steph Curry-like.
That's Joe Saffold who caught it for 2.
And again, another momentum switch. See if Massillon can keep pace. Man, what a game. Good to see Nelson back in the ball game. But take your hat off for the freshman in that situation to be able to engineer a touchdown drive.
So Saffold making an impact on that great catch. And that's not an unimportant play in this game. As you mentioned, Jim, that pushes it out to a 7-point lead.
Made up for the 2 missed extra points.
Right now the Tigers will get it back, and the momentum shifts back to the Tarblooders. 10:26 to go. We're in the 4th quarter.
Number 14, Elijah Harden to kick off for Glenville.
Looks like they will change kickers here. That's Elijah Harden. Malone is back deep. I believe that's McMullen also. There's the kick. It's a very short kick, taken at about the 25-yard line to the 30, near the 34.
There's no shortage of sticks going on tonight by both teams.
That was Harper who brought it back. You can see it right here. As he cut it back, he took a pretty good lick.
Number 25, Travion Lacey.
All right, here come the Tigers, Jim. They got some good running from Owens, including the touchdown.
The Tigers have shot 1st and 10 on their own.
He's going to line up in the Wildcat, at least on the first play. That appears to be the plan. Snap ready to come back. He'll throw it this time. It's caught on the flat, and plenty of running room down the sideline into Glenville territory. Owens connects on his first pass of the night.
Just a little smoke screen on the outside. Corner playing inside leverage. It was just a sprint to the sidelines.
I believe that was that Braylon Patches, number 39?
I think it might be.
27-20 Glenville. Now into Glenville territory. They'll throw it again. Caught at the 25-yard line by, pardon me, the 35 by Deontay Malone. So a huge pitch and catch from Owens to Patches. Gets him into Glenville territory. Now a nice 7-yard pickup to Deontay Malone. Patterson directing traffic. Trying to draw the Tarblooders off sides here. 2nd down and 3. 9:22 and counting. Owens running it right through the middle. Great hole opened up for him. He has the first down to the 25-yard line. Great job by the offensive line. Garner, Elliott, Martin, Floyd, and Blakely. They're starting to move some guys around. 1st and 10 to the 25-yard line. Good run by Owens. That time they did draw them offside.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Offense. Number 23.
That was Showtime Taylor, who jumped a little early. And so that will put the Tigers on the 20. Fourth quarter action, and it's anybody's ball game right now. The Tigers are trying to tie it up. Patterson rolls right, looks back left. There goes a pass, man wide open. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Deontay Malone, 20 yards. 27-26, Glenville. Tigers score, and a chance to tie it up with the PAT.
What a great call by Coach Barbieri on rolling out Patterson to his right, sneaking Malone back to the left on a deep crossing route. Great job up front by the offensive line to give him time to make that throw. One of those plays that takes a long time to develop. And Massillon with an answer.
Malone just leaked out. He was wide open as everybody else came right. He went left. Here's Herrera. The kick is on its way. It is good. And we are tied 27 apiece. 8:37 to go in the fourth quarter. The Tigers will kick off to the Tarblooders when we come right back with more Friday night action on WHS-TV.
Doring Vision Center is a primary care optometry clinic located in downtown Massillon. We have an optical department with a wide variety of eyeglass frames. From budget packages to designer brands, we have it all. Doring Vision Center uses the latest technology and fit all types of contact lenses. We treat eye disease conditions and will take emergency eye visits. Most insurances are accepted and same-day appointments may be available. Doring Vision Center. See our offices in Massillon or New Philadelphia.
Deontay Malone, a 20-yard reception from Manny Patterson for the touchdown. Malone's second TD catch of the evening, and we are tied at 27 apiece now. Great job by the Tigers there, including that big long pass from Owens to Patches.
Yeah, Patches, son of Brian, Brian Patches, a.k.a. Bubba.
And I don't think anyone was really expecting Owens to throw it. They finally did call that play. And
if you're going to throw it, that's what you want to throw. Just a simple screen to the outsides, one step back and get it out. Patches did a great job of making the defensive back miss. Got down the sideline and really got this offense going after a great drive by Glenville.
27 all. Here comes the kick by Mateo Herrera. It is a deep kick. And a flag will stop play.
Dead ball, encroachment, kicking team. Re-kick.
So somebody was out ahead of Herrera. They're going to ask them to re-kick it from the 35. Yeah, I've been waiting all off season to hear you call a smoke screen. All right, we have 8:37 to go. And we're here for the duration now, Jim, uninterrupted. And boy, what a game we've had to start. And we knew it would be like this.
I thought it would be more defensive. I thought it would be more 20-14, 17-14 kind of thing. But, you know, man, take your hat off to Manny Patterson. 3 touchdown passes in his first start after going down 19-7 at half. Reeling a little bit, hoping his defense got a stop, and they did. And Massillon's offense is really sparked because of what Massillon's defense has done in the second half.
From the 6-yard line, good return here for the Tarblooders. Out across the 35, near the 34-yard line. Tigers came down there in waves. I think that was London Hearn on the return. He got hit and knocked down by Noah Jenkins.
Good kick by Herrera, too, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Kind of lost outside leverage. Good block by right there. Didn't get quite his number, but good job bouncing to the outside for a big pickup.
I think Eli Moore was in on the tackle there as well. Great.
Arvell Nelson continues to stay in the quarterback after that 2-point conversion.
Takes the snap, he hands it to Hearn, who bobbled it, and then the Tigers able to get to him before he could turn the corner. Jaden Williams was all over that play.
Man, does he shoot the gap. Did a good job not getting fooled by the misdirection, stayed home, shot the A-gap. I just don't know how you don't block that guy. You got to find him on every single play. Jaden Williams had himself a hell of a game on defense.
Sam Dosas, the defensive end, was there as well.
He had 12 tackles after 3 quarters.
7:50 and counting. Nelson back to throw for the Tarblooders. He's racing out of the pocket. There's a flag down, probably a hold. Nelson runs out of bounds at about the 45.
Looks like Nelson's cramping again. Looks like he's going to right back to the sideline.
It's a hold against the Tarblooders.
Offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. Second down.
So it'll still be second down, but they have to get all the way to midfield for a first down. So it's going to be second down and about 26 to go, Jim.
Number 22, Chase Youngblood, back in at quarterback for Glenville. We said freshman, 5'10", 175. Stage has not been too big for him tonight so far. See if he can continue this magic. And
it's another jet sweep carried by Hearn. Jaden Williams knocks him out of bounds.
Watch him run sideline to sideline. Bang! Indiana is getting a good football player.
Tigers trying to fire up here on third down.
Got to get off the field if you're Massillon. Freshman quarterback on the field for Glenville. 3rd and 18. Play cover 4. Keep everything in front of you.
McDougal in the backfield.
Glenville.
And the Tarblooders will take a timeout. So they will talk things over. They have 1 timeout remaining. Massillon has 2 timeouts remaining. 27-27 here on opening night. I don't think we could ask for anything more from these teams. Don't forget the Tigers were down by 12 at halftime, and they've come storming back. You mentioned 3 touchdown passes from Manny Patterson in his first Tigers start. 2 of those to Deontay Malone. Xavier Owens running hard and well. Just a lot of great playmakers stepping to the forefront.
Yeah, I mean, after replacing, a 4-year starter quarterback, after replacing Mylan Lennox and Gamble in the backfield, you knew it was going to take a little bit of time. We saw some glimpses last week at the Moeller scrimmage, but to get stymied like that in the first half, to only have 3 first downs, to come out and do what they've done in the second half, I credit the coaching staff for Massillon to make the halftime adjustments where they found some success with the Wildcat offense and Manny Patterson staying the course.
Long third down.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Number 19. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
You can put that one on the 13th man. This Massillon crowd is going crazy. Hard to hear us up in the booth, let alone being on the field trying to call the signals.
It's a 5-yard walk-off back to the 27. So it's third down and 23 to go.
Arvell Nelson comes back in the game for Glenville. Massillon going to line up in a 2-high shell. Like I said, just play cover 4. Keep everything in front.
He's back to throw. Pocket stays clean. He does get rid of it. Looking for Crittenden. It's incomplete. And try to untangle the pile there. Somebody lost their helmet. He had all kinds of time to throw there, Jim, but finally everybody just covered and the pressure finally got to him. He did get the throw away, incomplete. 4th down and 23.
Isaac Maxheimer from his OB linebacker position, one-on-one with the running back, did a great job of collapsing the pocket, forcing Nelson to step up. Really didn't have much. Massillon's defense with another key stop in this second half.
Dead ball. Sideline warning. Glenville. 4th down.
The punter is Uriah Weber, number 24. He'll punt with the line of scrimmage, the 27. I see Malone standing back on his own 40. With any kind of a return here, Massillon will have great field position. We have 6:40 to go. There's the kick, and a good kick over the head of Malone. It takes a Glenville bounce. Malone now was back there and wisely does not mess with the football, and it's covered by Glenville back at the 19-yard line.
If it's me, just put 2 punt returners back there. You know, ensure that you catch the punt. You know, they did it early in the second half, and, you know, after what happened with the shank, you think he's probably not going to get off a good punt, but then again, he just launches one, and a huge momentum shift and field position shift just when you thought Massillon was going to get the ball back with good field position.
That's a 54-yard kick by Uriah Weber.
With no return. Just put 2 guys back there every time. You're not going to go for, just don't go for the block. Just block it up, especially with the athletes that you have that can return punts.
Here we go, 6:27 to go in regulation. Patterson to Owens, trying to turn the corner. He hurdles a man and still on his feet at the 30 and out of bounds near the 35-yard line. What an acrobatic and athletic play by Xavier Owens to get a first down.
Wow, what a run. Smartly takes the ball out of bounds. No need to take any extra hits. Stop the clock.
Massillon has 2 timeouts. We're tied at 27 on opening night, 2025. Patterson to Owens, picking his way forward. Nice hole opened on the right side by Robert Blakely.
Number 8, Sincere Johnson on the tackle for Glenville.
Owens will get a breather. McMullen checks in at running back. Massillon trying to put together a potential game-winning drive. They are holding the cards right now with the ball. McMullen running straight ahead. Hit a wall of Tarblooders, but he got close to a first down there. It's going to be 3rd, maybe less than a yard. Johnson in the middle there, making the stop. The senior, focal point of the Glenville defense, number 8.
Massillon 2 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Massillon with 11 first downs, looking for their 12th.
McMullen is in. They'll still snap it into the pistol formation. McMullen has the first down, angling to the left as he crosses the 45. So they move the sticks, and the clock will reset or restart when they move the chains. Tigers took the lead. Glenville tied it up on the incredible 81-yard run. Actually, they took the lead on that 81-yard screen pass and run. Long pass, Patterson, deep downfield, incomplete. Tigers then tied the game on the Malone 20-yard touchdown.
21, Giorgio Jackson Jr., the intended receiver.
Patterson overshot Jackson by about 10 yards.
Got a little excited on that one. 50-50 ball with a 6'4 receiver. Just got to let him battle like he did last week. In the scrimmage against Moeller, made an unbelievable one-handed catch. Would have made Sports Center had they been here, partner.
He's a talent. 2 touchdowns tonight. Owens throwing it again. This time it is Malone who makes the catch and is tackled at the 49-yard line. Pick up a 5. Second down, so that'll make it third down, about 5 to go.
Really bad throw. He threw the wide receiver forwards. Lucky he didn't get him blown up, but great catch. And to get 6 out of that was pretty impressive by Malone. He's having himself a really good ball game.
He stays lined up on the right. Patterson checks back in. Xavier Owens carrying it straight ahead.
It's going to be just a little bit short, partner. Oof.
Close to the 30, make it 45-yard line.
Nice job making number 23 miss, who came in, burst into the backfield. That was DeAndre Showtime Taylor, the missed tackle. Massillon going to line up and go for it. Why not with Owens when you've had all the success? Glenville going to load up the box, see if they can't get a stop and get good field position.
See if they run behind Davion Floyd.
It's got to be disciplined not to jump off sides. I wouldn't mind seeing them try to hard count. Call timeout with 1 second left.
They snap it and give it to Owens. Looks like he has the half yard. That will be a first down. Marcus Garner's calling it. Officials have not made a signal yet.
You can hear what Massillon fans think.
I think they want a measure.
It looks real. It looked really close.
A measurement, Jim. Mike Dame's going to send the players over to the sidelines. They're going to take a look at it.
What's the over under? 4 inches? Either way?
It is very close.
Oof. Man, is that close.
Looks like they got it by the nose of the football. Well, you got to hand it to Mike Dame. He wanted to take a look at it. They don't do a whole lot of measuring anymore, but in a game like this, you want to be sure.
Yeah, I think that was a good call, just to show the coaches, hey, here's where we spotted it. Here's the change when we pull it.
Xavier Owens, he's made some big runs, a couple of nice passes, and now a first down run right there, Jim. We'll have to remember that play. That could be major. It keeps this drive alive. Upended near the 40 that time.
Advantage Massillon in this situation with a kicker like Herrera.
Yep. I was just thinking the same thing, Jim. They just need to get into field goal range.
The thing I tell my quarterbacks is, you know, you got to talk to your kicker and find out where your sweet spot is, where he feels good from, and then you got to add 17 to wherever the ball is. Figure out how far the field goal is.
McMullen on the end around. Nice open field tackle there by Jordan Johnson. Comes up a little short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 at about the 35-yard line. Herrera, if you're interested, 6 of 8 last year with a long of 36.
You know what blows me away is if you ask 10 quarterbacks how to figure out how far a field goal is, I think it's about 50% would know how to figure that out.
Patterson takes a low snap. First down run, Xavier Owens.
Obviously, wherever the ball is, you have to add 10 yards for the end zone.
Right.
And of course, you don't kick the ball from where the ball is snapped, so you got to add 7 for the holder. So for those of you at home that didn't know the rule or how to figure it out, you have to add 17 yards wherever the ball is, and that's how far a field goal is. So it affects your decision as a quarterback depending on what the down and distance is to try to get it closer for your field goal kicker.
So right now the ball is at the 33. So you'd be looking at a 50-yarder right now.
I think that's a little bit out of the range.
They'll snap it. Patterson fires a pass. That helps. Pass is caught. Malone shakes a tackle at the 20, cuts it back at the 15, and is down at about the 13-yard line. A 20-yard strike to Deontay Malone. Patterson to Malone has been a big combination tonight. Now Deontay is cramping up again, but we're going to see it right here on our MC-TV replay.
Just a simple hitch route, pitch and catch, one-on-one. Malone able to break the tackle by number 1, Jordan Johnson.
And then that cutback. And then he got tangled up there, kind of tripped on his own feet at about the 15. Looked a little awkward there. We'll take a look at Deontay, who's had a phenomenal game. Coming up after the game, we'll have a look at some of the final numbers for you, and Jim will name our Liberty Ford player of the game. He's up. Training staffs on both sides have been busy. First and 10 Tigers at the 14-yard line.
In field goal range now, but don't want to leave it on the foot of a kicker.
1:31 to go here as we get down to the brass tacks on opening night. A back and forth ball game, tied right now at 27. Patterson to Owens, covering the football with both hands. It's knocked down at about the 12. Glenville has one timeout. Tigers have 2. Somebody takes, well, it's an official's timeout here with another injury. I believe that might be Van Hawkins.
It's Owens. Looks like he got poked in the eye, maybe. He's going to have to come off for a play, I believe.
Tiger fans, next week's game against Glen Oak is Military Appreciation Night.
Yep, it is Xavier Owens, so he heads back to the bench.
Military Appreciation Night, and next week's game with us.
You also have to hand it to this offensive line of the Tigers, Jim.
They've really battled back in the second half. I mean, their offense was anemic in the first half.
Head of steam up the middle. We're inside a minute now, 55 and counting.
I mean, 80% of Massillon's offense in the first half was just the hitch pass that Big Giorgio broke down the sideline. But they found some in the second half. It's been a nice mix of Owens and Manny Patterson and
Anthony McMullen as well. He carried that last play. The ball is at the 10-yard line. We have 25 seconds and counting. Glenville not stopping the clock. And a timeout taken by Massillon.
Massillon, their second of the half.
They'll have one
Each team
left.
has one remaining.
And so with 20 seconds left, you have a 3rd and 6 on the 10-yard line. I guess it's decision time here for Nate Moore and the Tigers. Do you go ahead and just kick it through on 3rd down, or do you take a shot, Jim, or do you run it right up the middle? What do you think?
I'll tell you what happened from past experience. I think you run another play. We were playing John Carroll 1991. We were on the 2-yard line. John Carroll's 2-yard line after driving the ball all the way down the field. Legendary coach Larry Karras calls timeout. So it's 3rd down on the 2. We elect to kick the field goal in case there's a bad snap. In case we drop it, we get another play. John Carroll blocked it and we tied because there was no overtime in 1991.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm a proponent of running another play.
Okay. that sounds like that story sounds like it left a scar.
I still hate John Carroll. I shouldn't say that on air, but I just do. And then they had to leave the Ohio Athletic Conference because they were tired of Mount Union beating up on them so much. But it's for another day, partner. But no,
you guys beat up on a lot of people. 27. 20 seconds to go.
Some great games. Tom Arth, quarterback who played with the Colts.
No question about that.
I think Massillon's going to keep the ball more to the right hash. I think that's where the kicker likes it.
Owens carrying it, got right to the middle of the field, and a timeout taken immediately. 17 seconds left. Only
Timeout.
3 seconds off the clock there.
Timeout Massillon, their 3rd and final of the half.
So the moment of truth is here as the Tigers have marched down the field. And they have the ball at the 10-yard line. And don't forget, this drive started way back at the 19.
After they botched the punt.
Right.
Let it hit the ground and got burned with the roll.
So this is a lengthy drive that may just indeed give the Tigers the lead late.
So here's my thought, or my question. If I got a timeout left like Massillon just did, right? Why would I keep 17 seconds left on the clock? Why would I not? I would force them to either take their timeout,
right?
And if they didn't want to take the timeout, I'd run it down to 4. Then I'd call timeout. Then there's 1 play left in the game. With this offense, if they kick this through, you don't want to kick the ball to Glenville.
Timeout. Glenville.
And leave them time on the clock.
They're third and final.
So Glenville will take the timeout with 17 ticks left. As far as time of possession, the Tigers still woefully in second in this game. Glenville 28 and change. Tigers 13 and change. As far as the kicking operation goes for Herrera, the long snapper is Braylon Gamble, and Xavier Owens is the holder. So those are the 2 individuals with Herrera who will try and set up what could be a game winner. Herrera 6 field goals last year. Had a personal best 36-yarder in the McKinley game. Owens will kneel down at about the 18-yard line. Make it the 17, so this is a 27-yarder. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is blocked. The Tarblooders blocked it, and they have the ball moving downfield. It is still being brought back by the Tarblooders, and
what a play.
Ankle tackle to prevent a touchdown. Xavier Owens got him.
What a play, and that's what I was saying. Let it go down. The game is going to overtime right now. Now there's time left on the clock for Glenville.
I did not see. We might get a replay here of who scooped that up. It was blocked at the line of scrimmage, scooped up by the Tarblooders and brought all the way back. It looks like the ball is going to be at the 25-yard line with 6 seconds left.
Glenville with no timeouts. So it's really kick the field goal or attempt the field goal, or which dicey after missing 2 extra points.
Well, you got to hand it to Xavier Owens, Jim.
That could be the play of the game. I mean, depending how things shape up in overtime, I mean, what an unbelievable hustle play.
Two Glenville players are hurting and most likely cramping. That play developed in lightning quick fashion. I say it was Sincere Johnson who scooped the ball up and nearly took it back for a game-winning touchdown. But he was stopped from behind by Xavier Owens at the 25. So it was Johnson, the Under Armour All-American Defensive Player of the Year last year in Division IV, who is just a playmaker on defense. We'll see it right here. We might be able to pick up who got the block. There's 3 guys right in the backfield.
Number 5.
That would be Jaquan Gibson, but incredible timely play by the Tarblooders that almost turned the game in their favor. And right now the Tigers are simply trying to draw up a defensive stop to send this game to OT. There are the Tarblooders with new life. So we may be headed for OT. We will see. 6 seconds left. They have time for one play, and they cannot stop the clock. Empty backfield. This is Arvell Nelson, and they have committed another penalty on a false start.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
First down at the 30. So for Glenville.
Please reset the game clock to 6 seconds. 6. Thank you.
For Glenville, it's basically first and goal from the 30. Tigers trying to get this one to OT. No one has left Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. This game is a classic.
They're going to attempt a 47-yard field goal.
Here we go. Field goal attempt. There's a flag out. The kick is on its way. It is wide left. And so the Tigers, we'll see what happens here. It was a false start.
The game clock should be at 3 seconds. Illegal formation. Offense. The penalties decline. First down.
That will give it to the Tigers with 3 seconds left. The penalty declined. The kick was no good. And Massillon takes over. They will have one shot. The ball is at the 30.
I think you just kneel on it, going to overtime.
Result of the play is a touchback. Ball spotted on the 20.
Why is it a touchback? It was a missed extra point.
I was wondering that myself. A missed field goal.
Or missed field goal.
Maybe that's a new rule. Tigers wondering what to do. 3 seconds on the clock. A little bit of confusion right now. Tigers trying to get the right personnel in. Patterson is under center. I think they are just going to take a knee, Jim. And that sends us to overtime. 27-27. Potential game-winning field goal blocked. Run back by the Tarblooders.
Put 5 minutes. 5-minute intermission before overtime.
And Xavier Owens with the stop of the game, running down Sincere Johnson. All right, we have a 5-minute break before overtime starts. And so we will step aside for a timeout here, and we will keep on playing here on opening night as the Tigers have their hands full with the Glenville Tarblooders. OT right around the corner here on WHS-TV.
This is the world today. Live your life engaged. MCTV delivers innovative technology backed by superior customer service to keep you engaged with family and friends, school, fun, and the outside world. We provide reliable internet, home cable service, phone and home security that keep your life engaged, no matter what's thrown your way. MCTV, we go the extra smile. Most of us are engaged with the internet in one way or another every day. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, engaged. MCTV cares about keeping you engaged, no matter what's thrown your way. Need an upgrade? Choose from a range of reliable options, including whole home Wi-Fi. MCTV, we go the extra smile.
Hey, we want to thank our great crew from Washington High School TV, headed up by our directors Bill DeWald and Jason Rock. On camera tonight, Cale Davis, Allison Elliott, Alyssa Jakubik and Jaron Stanford. Great work tonight by one and all on our initial broadcast of the 2025 season. Well, they're playing Living on a Prayer. And Bon Jovi, that's what the Tigers have done tonight.
Sure
Trailing
has.
by 12 at halftime. They came back to take the lead. And then Glenville tied it up.
Talk about a tone setter for the season, partner.
No question. What a game.
Seen a little bit of everything. Blocked field goal, couple shanked extra points. Shanked punt, which led to 7 points for Massillon. Interception, fumble, which Massillon has overcome. Massillon still winning the turnover battle.
Going over the
turnover battle, I'm sorry.
You're going over the overtime rules with the players. See only one Tiger out there.
Number 8, Eli Moore.
Glenville has won the toss, elects to go defense. Both teams going this way. 1st and 10 Massillon from the 20. Each team has one timeout per overtime period. One timeout.
All right. Glenville goes on defense first. Each team will have the ball in overtime. They will start, I believe, from the 20-yard line. Jim, do I have that right?
Yeah, it's a 20-yard line.
Time of possession ended up favoring Glenville 28-25 to 19-35 for Massillon. Manny Patterson 140 yards, 3 touchdowns. Arvell Nelson 114 yards, 2 TDs. Malone 6 catches, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. So a nice season debut for Deontay Malone. Let's see if he might be a factor here in the Tigers' overtime possession. First and 10 from the 20. They're looking for a football. See where we go from here, Jim. Glenville will have a chance to match whatever Massillon does.
In overtime, there is no game clock, but the play clock is still in effect. Regular play clock.
You know, our referee, Mike Dame, he's doing a great job tonight.
I love the fact he's kind of slowing things down, explaining to everybody what's going on.
It's a fake on a sweep, and Owens taking the direct snap. Fake to Malone, and they kept it right up the middle, and he ends up at about the 14-yard line. That's a nice run of about 6 yards. 2nd down and 4.
Really nice block up front by number 74 for Massillon. Kevin Elliott Jr., 6 foot, 270-pound junior, making his first start of his career.
They have a tight end and a fullback in, empty backfield. Now Owens again takes the direct snap, and they come at him and waves. Aaron Scales got back there and tackled him. So Owens is sacked. He loses yardage. It's now 3rd down and about 7 to go. Football is back at about the 17-yard line. We're in overtime, tied at 27.
Number 29, Massillon checking back in. Patches.
Here we go. Patterson looking to throw. Guns it toward the end zone. That's over the head of Jadis Thigpen.
Good coverage. They hit the smoke screen, so they tried to go smoke and go. Safety over the top for Glenville. Tight window for Manny Patterson to try to throw it in. And a good job just electing to throw the ball away. Got to leave it on your kicker's foot. The second down play for Massillon really put him behind the chains and got him off script. I think Massillon might be thinking a little bit about the last time they lined up for a field goal. When Glenville blocked, it got to shore up the blocking.
Ball will be held by Owens at the 24. There's the kick. It's blocked. It is scooped up, but the ball was on the ground when it was recovered, and it's the second blocked field goal of the night for the Tarblooders. Again,
looked like number 7 came through the middle.
He had about 3 guys there. Kalon Bailey, I believe, got it. Jim, you're right.
If he wouldn't have got it, I think somebody else would have.
So what that means is that Glenville will have a chance with any kind of score to win the game, a touchdown or a field goal, and it rests upon the shoulders once again of the Tigers defense. 1st and 10 from the 20. Arvell Nelson hands it to Romel Phillips. About a 3-yard gain, and he is wrapped up and driven down to the synthetic turf. 2nd down, about 7.5 to go.
Jaden Williams with a 16th tackle.
He's even carried the ball once. He's done it all, just as we would have expected. Tigers trying to hold Glenville scoreless and force a second overtime. This massive crowd trying to get behind the Tigers. Nelson running it and spinning around, and he looks like he got the first down. He's close to the 10. Might be slightly short. If he is, it'll be 3rd down and less than a yard.
Nelson's showing a lot of heart after going out of the game a couple times. With that cramp, they decided to run him on the cute counter. Nicely blocked. Good play call by the offensive coordinator. That was the last play I thought they would have run with Arvell being as cramped up as he's been during the course of the game.
3rd down and 1 to go. They have that big offensive line. That's McDougal, the fullback. He has the first down. They'll move the sticks. He gets to the 9.
Devon McDougal, number 31, the ball carrier.
A field goal will win it. So will a touchdown. Some of the Tarblooders are a little slow getting up. A lot of collisions down there on that play.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
That's Carmelo Williams, who's
result of the play is 1st and goal.
Ball is at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Tarblooders, but they have more attention to be given to their player who is down. That's Williams. And the Tigers will strategize here. Tigers failed on their possession in overtime. A field goal was blocked. 2 blocked field goals late in this game by the Tarblooders. That has kept them in the game and now potentially on the cusp of winning it. 1st and goal from the 9, but an incredible game, and really anything can still happen, Jim, with this Massillon defense capable of forcing a turnover.
Like the big fella's going to try and walk it off. He's going to be out for at least a play. See if Glenville dials up a slant boot, maybe a play action here to get Nelson on the edge with a 2-way read. They decide to run the ball and play a little conservative.
Sadler, their top receiver on the left, Saffold on the right. They give the ball to Newell. and he goes nowhere. Jaden Williams got him. And now they say they ripped the ball out of the hands of Newell, but the officials not having it.
30 on the tackle for the Tigers.
Again, Jaden Williams just bounces, takes his read steps, kind of hops to the left, fills the hole, unblocked once again.
They lost a couple of yards there. 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line. Second possession of overtime. Here's a line drive pass. It's caught by Joe Saffold. It's a game-winning touchdown for the Tarblooders, who win it 33-27 in overtime.
What a ball game. And an absolute dart by Nelson on the RPO slant. They've run the ball well enough tonight to pull down the linebackers, and they just slip right behind. But I'm real impressed with how Massillon handled themselves with the adversity they faced in the first half, being down the way that they were, not having anything going on offense whatsoever. And to bounce back in the second half, you got to take your hats off to them. But, you know, Coach Moore's not going to say that this is a moral victory in any kind of way. It just comes down to wins and losses. And right now, Massillon's sitting at 0-1, and they come back home next week against Glenville. Glenville ended up losing tonight to Dover. But I like what I see for Massillon in week 1. I think they're ahead of the curve as far as what they're doing offensively with the guys that they've replaced, you know, from last year. You know, the offensive linemen that they lost to graduation, number 61, Nolan Davenport, playing at Wisconsin. You know, these guys filled in nicely. And, you know, after a slow start, they finished with 365 yards of total offense.
Joe Saffold caught a touchdown pass against Massillon last year as a member of the St. Edward Eagles. He's headed to Bucknell to play college football, but he starts his senior season off with a bang. He caught a crucial 2-point pass earlier, and he catches the game-winning pass in overtime. An 11-yard strike from Arvell Nelson, and Glenville wins it by 6, 33-27. Jim, time to name our Liberty Ford Canton player of the game. Plenty of options tonight on both sides, but if you're going to pick a Massillon Tigers player of the game tonight, your choice would be?
I think it's Owens. You know, the fact that he chased down the missed field goal, what he did in the second half to get the offense going. I mean, he could have gone with Manny Patterson, but you know, I think what Owens did in the second half, especially that chase down play to send the game into overtime, was huge. You know, they really got the offense going once they put him in a Wildcat. He was able to do some things, played well, blocked well, and they just came up a little bit short. But they've got some toys to play with. Giorgio Jackson really didn't do much in the second half after a big first half.
Now, Jim Xavier Owens, 127 yards in the game, 23 carries and a touchdown. Excellent choice. He is our Massillon Tigers player of the game, brought to you by the official car dealership of the Tigers, Liberty Ford Canton, home of Liberty for Life. Liberty makes it happen. As Jim mentioned, our next broadcast is next Friday night right here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, a 7 o'clock kickoff against the Canton Glen Oak Golden Eagles. That will wrap up our coverage for tonight. Special thanks to Bill DeWald and Jason Rock, our directors, as well as all of our WHS-TV crew. For Jim Ballard, it's David Wilson now saying goodbye from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Have a great weekend. More action to come 1 week from tonight. Again, your final score on opening night this August 22nd of 2025. It was Glenville 33 and the Massillon Tigers 27 in overtime. This has been a production of Massillon Tigers Athletics and WHS-TV.
This is the world today. Live your life engaged. MCTV delivers innovative technology backed by superior customer service to keep you engaged with family and friends, school, fun, and the outside world. We provide reliable internet, home cable service, phone and home security that keep your life engaged, no matter what's thrown your way. MCTV, we go the extra smile.